Is there a problem?
Welcome back, Mr. Witness. May I remind you that you are still under oath?
Yes, sir.
Well, and just be careful with your testimony. And say things in a way that are truthful. If you try to dilly-dally and come across as if you are lying, you'd have to live with the consequences. So you now have the opportunity to face the nation and speak the truth. Now let's move on to the migrants case. In 2005, July 2005, from 22nd, 23rd July onwards, a group of migrants came to Gambia.
Yes,
sir. About 50 plus of them were killed by members of the Gambia Armed Forces.
Yes, it's true.
Could you answer again?
Yes, yes, it's true.
Tell us everything you know about that incident. Step by step, blow by blow. Proceed, please.
Okay. After the Ghanaians. The Ghanaians affairs. Then I was on duties at Kanilai.
I said, duties Kanilai for 1 month.
We usually go for duties at Kanilai for 1 month shift.
1 month,
if the 1 month is exhausted, you come back to Banjul.
Why on Friday? What time on Friday?
It was on Friday.
Around 12 Supudi.
Around 12 midnight.
Do you recall the month and the year?
I cannot remember anything about the date and the month.
He said, I cannot remember the month.
I cannot remember the month. I was there. At night,
Solo
Bojang came to my house. He said, go and answer to Tumbul Tamba. That's the time I just got up. I went to Tumbul's house. I said to him that Solo said that you called me. He said yes. He said, go and dress up, you are going for a patrol. That's the time he gave me his vehicle key.
Who gave you his vehicle key?
Tumul Tamba. That's the time I went and dressed up. I took my rifle. I put it in the car. I just parked the vehicle around on the highway, around the main road. I sat in the vehicle and waited for them.
Which highway?
Banyan. That's the highway at Kanilai, just before the house of Tumu. I sat there for long, waiting for them. As the time Slobojang arrived, he entered in the vehicle. Sana also came. And Alfidai.
Who is Alfidai?
Who is Alfidai? Malik Jata. They entered to the vehicle. The other vehicle came. They also stopped for so long. And that's the time Solo said, let's go. That's the time we left.
How many of you?
Me, myself, in my vehicle. We were 4 in number.
Yes, tell us.
But the other vehicle, I don't know who were there because it's hot at night.
Yes, so how many in your vehicle?
There were 3 plus including myself, make it 4.
Name them again.
Limat Lane, Century. Solo Bojang was there. Sanamanjang was there. Alfidai was there.
And Alfidai is Malik Jata.
Alfidai is Malik Jata. Correct. Yes.
In fact, you would agree with me that in your vehicle were the most notorious junglers.
Yes.
You're gonna garao.
It's true.
In fact, they committed the worst and most gruesome murders that took place in this country.
Yes, that's true.
They were notorious for drunkenness and smoking of cannabis everywhere.
That's true.
Including yourself?
No. To drink? Never drink, I never smoke ganja. Never did.
Is this LAMIN SILLAH?
LAMIN SILLAH. You don't know me.
Okay, Mr. Sillah, your drunkenness is not an issue before the commission.
Mr. Sillah, you also be reminded.
We just wanted to understand the character of the people that were in that vehicle. But I am sure that all soldiers in the Gambian National Army are finding this so hilarious.
Even
yourself, you're finding it amusing. That you are saying that you've never drank alcohol.
Only cigarette. It's finished.
Okay, Mr. Sillah.
The council did witness and confirm that the 4 riding in the vehicle with him were as you characterize it, the worst among the junglers.
Well, I am
he had
sure.
done this and that and that. If he did, if he could repeat for the record the names of those 4 that he considered the worst of the junglers, in terms of killing,
Mr. Chair,
torture that
Mr. Chair, I want to be fair to the witness. I said, and these people are the most notorious junglers you had in your vehicle. And so that would suggest the 3, Solo, Sana, and Malik.
Thank you.
So perhaps maybe he should be asked the question whether all 4 of them were notorious junglers. Would you accept that all 4 of you in that vehicle were the most notorious junglers?
ndax di nga nangu ne yéen ñeneen ci nekk ci biir moto boobu yéen ay jonglers yi nga xam ne ñoo gën a doy waar.
The 3 of them are the most notorious.
There you have it.
And who were the Nyata?
And who are they?
ñett yooyu ñan la.
The record.
Malik.
Malik who?
Malik Jata. Alfidai. Sana.
What does Alfidai mean? Does it mean all for die, all to die? What does it mean, Alfidai?
Alfidai moom lu mu tekki.
People calling him Alfidai.
And who else?
Ngam Solo Bojang. Solo Bojang.
And the third?
Solo Bojang. Solo Bojang. Sana. Sana Manjang. Sana Manjang. And Malik Jata. Driver. And these 3, including myself, plus myself, the driver.
But do you confirm that these 3 were the most notorious junglers?
ndax di nga nangu ne ñett ñi daal ñoom ñooy jonglers yi nga xam ne ñoo gën a doy waar.
Yes, they are most strong-headed people.
Well, we're not talking about Degel Bopa. Degel Bopa is not a crime. We're talking about being most notorious, being most brutal.
waxuñ ne dëgër bopp rek ñu ngi wax ki nga xam ne ñoo gën a doy waar ñoo gën a soxor ci biir jonglers.
Would you say answer now?
I know. It happened.
Is it true?
dëgg la.
It's true. It's true.
What is true?
lan mooy dëgg.
Because ñoo seen biir ñoom kañ.
waxal wax ju jub. ñoom seen mbir ñoom kañ de wax ju jub.
dama ne ñoo seen mbir moom. They are not afraid of anything. Because killing yëpp. Because all this killing they are there.
Like which ones?
For example, Ghanaians. For example, these Ghanaians.
Akbar. And which ones?
My Ghanaians, I'm not going to participate in this because my money was a patrol. I know that they participated that one.
And which other ones?
Because ñom fele mom senen patrol was my patrol. That day was my first day. I've never gone with them on patrol. That was my first day. As the time Tumu told me that you are going for a patrol.
You told the commission that killing, it's them. So which killings are you talking about? You told us about the Ghanaians and which other ones?
wax nga commission bi ne rey yëpp ñoom la yan rey nga ñu mën a waxaat wax nga ñu Ghanaian bi dana ci des.
Maybe because of the way I say it. I know that for the Ghanaians killing, they participated.
The shooting incident, the attempted assassination of lawyer Usman Sillah, were you there?
nga xam ne foofu lañ doon fetel doon jéem a rey lawyer Ousmane Sillah yaa ngi fa woon.
Lawyer Ousmane Sillah. Lawyer Ousmane Sillah? No. I was not part of it.
Deyda Haidara bi nag.
I've never gone with these people. For me, the job at the working place, all these operations, I've never attended any of them.
If it emerges that you have participated in another operation it may have serious consequences. Are you aware of that?
Bu fekkee ne feeñ na ne bokk nga ci yeneen opération ndax xam nga ne loolu moom di nga jàkkaarloo ak loi bi.
No problem. No problem.
Good.
But when I participated, that's the one I said here.
So on this occasion, in 2005, you had these 3 people in your vehicle.
Bes bii nii ci atum 2005 ñetti nit ñi nga wax ne ñoom nga amoon ci sa biir moto bi.
In my vehicle, pickup black. The other vehicle was a black pickup. It was at the back.
Who was the driver?
Ku doon dawal moto booba.
That one I didn't know who were there because it was at night and it was dark. Those in my vehicle, I can identify them.
Mr. Sillah, are you afraid to mention the names?
Mr. Sillah, xanaa da nga ragal pour tudda seen tur.
God knows I am not afraid because it was night and it was dark. But those who were at the other vehicle, I don't know any of them.
Who was the driver?
Kan moo doon dawal moto bi.
The junglers themselves drive their vehicle. But I didn't know who was driving. But for my own vehicle, I know who were there.
But of course, all those who participated in that operation were junglers.
Waaye ñi ci loolu yëpp ay jongulas lañ.
That's what I said in the first time when I was giving my statement. I said those in my vehicle, I knew them. And I will never forget them.
But you were also a jungler, weren't you?
Waaye yow tam jongula nga woon ndax de.
Different.
What was the difference? A jungler who wasn't taking alcohol?
Lay mooy ute bi mooy jongula boo xam ne du naan sàngara.
While we finished our jungle training, I was taken to State House to the Bravo company. Even those that I gave their names, if you ask them, they say yes.
You participated in few operations.
Bokkoon nga ci ay operation yu néew.
Which and which?
The execution of the Ghanaians.
Hey, bi ñu lay Ghanaian yi.
I said that at that one I was there.
And you did the jungler training.
Te jànga nga mbiri jongula.
Yes, I did the training.
And you were based at Kanilai.
Te yaa nga toogoon Kanilai.
Duties for 1 month, then I come back to Bali. The junglers who were in Kanilai, they were there permanently.
1 month, the man is State House.
For me, for 1 month, if exhausted, I am coming back to State House.
And in State House, there were also junglers.
Just State House tamit am na ay jongula yu fa nekk.
They used to go there and fuel their vehicles.
Wow. But there were also junglers based there.
Ñoom itamit jongula yoo xam ne fa lañ toogoon.
You see them entering State House? They have their operation and do it, or they come there to fuel their vehicles.
Okay. So tell us what happened this day. You have these three, the most notorious junglers in your vehicle. Did they carry anything with them?
Léegi wax ñu nag la ma xew bés bii nga xam ne ñetti jongula yi nga xam ne ñoo gën a soxor ci jongula yi ñu ngi ci sa biir moto ndax amoon na benn gànnaay buñ gànnaayoo woon.
They all armed.
Which kind of weapons?
Ban façon yi gànnaay lañ amoon.
AK-47.
I was with my AK-47.
Solo the same.
Solo the same. Malik Jata was having the PGL.
What?
Automatic grenade launcher. PGM. Automatic.
PGL.
PGL.
Automatic grenade launcher. AGL. No, they were different. AGL move, PGL move. Okay.
It's two different.
Okay. Is it different from RPG?
It's different from RPG.
We just want to know. So there's RPG, there is APG, and PGL.
Yes.
Good. Malik, did he have any other weapon?
Malik amoon na beneen gànnaay.
Living on me, weapon on me.
His weapon?
Attached him.
He was attached to him. Okay. So the PGL, it's like double the grenade launcher and the bullet mouth.
Wow.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yes. Good. Did he have anything else with him? Like a pistol also?
No, not beneen fetel who know.
Because junglers couldn't have a pistol.
Yes, because the junglers,
personal pistol.
they all have a personal pistol.
Did you have a pistol?
Yo am nga pistol fetel in the way.
Okay.
Only AK.
Okay, good. So, and now these two vehicles, where did you go?
Léegi ñaari moto yi na fan ngeen dem?
When we Kanilai.
When we
Left
Kanilai,
So we patrol.
Solo said patrol.
And the no land.
That's how we left.
Who was in charge?
Kan moo jiite woon groupe bi?
So Solo was it more senior man.
Solo was the most senior man.
No land be campenda.
That's the time we went up to Kampenda. That's the time we took the Banjul highway. We were going.
Were you briefed about the operation?
Ndax waxoon nañ leen operation bi naka ngeen ko doxalee?
For me, I was never briefed. But for the others, for me, what they told me is only patrol. When we left, when we reached at Mandinaba, I asked Solo Bojang, told him this is not our area, where are we going to?
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at Buyam?
Di ñu mën a wax lan moo xew ba ngeen àggee Buyam?
Buyam Solo received a call.
So Buyam telephone Solo received a phone call.
Received a call. Hello, sir. Good evening, Sir Excellency.
I heard him saying, hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Excellency.
And who is addressed in that manner by the soldiers?
Kan la soldat yi dee ooyee te anam boobu noonu?
President.
The former president.
What's his name?
Naka la tudda?
Yaya Jammeh.
What were they discussing?
Lan lañ doon waxtaanee téléphone?
For that one, I didn't know. It was a telephone communication.
And at this time, what were you going to do?
Jamono bii lan ngeen doon war a def?
In the vehicle, Solo didn't say anything to anyone.
What was your purpose at the time?
Lan moo woon seen jubluwaay nag jamono boobu?
Because
Hence, I was told about the patrol. I was made to understand that we were going for a patrol.
Was it not the case that you were going on an operation?
Ndax nekkul ne yéen da ngeen waroon a dem defi benn operation?
If you think of another operation, that's the time you were briefed. But so that Tumutamba would have told you that another district. But Tumbu briefed his people. For me, I was told to go and dress up, and I was going to for a patrol. That was the concept that I took, that we were going for a patrol.
But of course, you are part of the group that would normally go on patrols.
That day was my first day.
That was my first day.
Operation.
The junglers to go with them on this kind of operation. Because for them, they have their own pickup. They are the one who drive themselves.
That day was my first day.
That was my first day.
And which pickup were you using this time around?
Toyota double cabin.
Toyota double cabin for Tumbul Tamba.
And doesn't that pickup belong to the junglers?
Pickup bobu ni junglers e ko mom.
Black.
The junglers, their vehicles is painted black. But for that one is ash color.
Tumbul, wasn't he a jungler?
Tumbul, ndax mom nekkutoon jungler?
He was a jungler.
Wasn't that vehicle officially assigned to him?
Ndax lo du moto bo xamne dañ ko ko jox pour muy doxal liggéeyam.
Moto bisa dade lagi forces mo dem patrol mo officer usam comme mo dem bañu ni yenen mission xamna.
It was the first day I saw that vehicle going for that operation.
But it is a vehicle assigned to a jungler.
Why moto la bo xamne dañ ko jox jungler?
So it was a vehicle for junglers.
Kon moto la bo xamne pour jungler la ñu ko liggéeyé.
Okay. And you were selected to be the driver.
Yow nak ñu dal li la tan ngay dawal moto bi.
Correct?
Du non.
That day
I was asked to go for a patrol and they gave me the and that was the first time Toulouse vehicle go for a patrol.
But how would you know that?
Naka nga ko xamé?
If you are not one of
my duties 1 month.
I was in Canada. I usually shifted for duties for 1 month.
1 month.
Where I stayed, the junglers dress up at night. They go to Tamil and they go for a patrol. Most people never go.
Okay. But on this occasion, it was used.
Yes, on the way, said patrol.
On the way going for this operation, he received this call from Yaya Jammeh.
Legi ci yoon bi ngeen di dem nak defi liggéey bobu mu am téléphone bo xamné Yaya Jammeh moko o.
And he was saying, yes sir, your excellency.
Mu ngi wax yes sir, your excellency, yow kilifa gi.
And why do you think he was saying yes sir?
Lu tax nga fogg ne mu ngi wax naan yes sir.
I cannot say that because it was a telephone conversation. What they were saying, I didn't
concentrate my drive.
On that time, I was concentrated because I was driving.
We understand that, but on what occasions would soldiers say yes sir?
Am nañ loolu waaye ci yan jamono la soldat yi do waxee yes sir.
Anga su demoon solo te mu pare woon su ñu waxoon lii ak lii la.
Just answer the question. On what circumstances would soldiers say yes sir?
Ci yan jamono la ñu tollu nga xam ne soldat yi dañu ulu naan yes sir.
Then the former president called him.
If the president calls you, you would not just be saying yes sir, your excellency. There would be a reason why you would say yes sir.
So the president oye nekul na nga naan yes sir, your excellency. Fokk nga am lu tax nga di ko wax.
Waaye so waxa moom.
But when you are talking to him,
Ben tay mu small yes sir ben pare.
When he said you can always be saying yes sir until he finishes.
But why would you have to say yes sir?
Lu tax ñu wax yes sir?
Because of he's the president.
Mr. Witness, stop acting. People don't say yes sir just because they want to say yes sir. Correct?
Yes sir, yes sir rek.
They say yes sir for a reason.
Dañoo wax yes sir ndik dafa am lu ko waral.
Isn't it?
Yes, it happens.
And you just saying yes to my question.
Yes, waaw li ma la laaj.
Because I asked of something.
Dik dama la laaj motax.
True or false?
I didn't get you well.
You just said yes to my last question because I asked you something.
Yo gisee nga ne waaw suma laajte ma la mujjee laaj nga ne ma waaw dafa fekk dama la laaj dara nga tontu ma.
True?
Dëgg la.
Exactly. And if I had ordered you to do something, you could also say yes sir.
Suma la sante itamit pour nga def dara dan ma tontu ne yes sir.
Yes, that's true.
In this particular instance, why do you think Solo was saying yes sir, your excellency?
Ci bés boobu jamono boobu lan nga foog ne moo tax Solo mu doon wax ne yes sir, your excellency.
Because Solo me wa yes sir because man xawma because even man sama bobu sa comme ñoo Solo ñen toba this my grandson ma xamako.
Even myself, I didn't know that we were going for this migrants.
Yes, sir.
But on the telephone conversation, I heard him saying yes, sir.
Wasn't he saying yes, sir, because he was agreeing with the president on what the president said?
Nekul ne mu ngi wax yes sir ndig dafa ànd ak président bi ci kàddu yi nga xam ne moom la ko président bi doon wax.
That's what I am saying. It was a telephone conversation.
What telephone? What telephone? Because you know what
it was telephone conversation. What they were saying, I didn't.
Isn't it obvious that he was agreeing with the president with whatever it is the president was saying?
Ni leerut nag ne moom daf doon nangu ak président bi ci lépp loo xam ne rek moom la ko président bi doon wax mu ngi ci doon ànd moo tax mu ko wax yes sir.
Senaga?
How?
Because
because when we left from Kanilai, I was never told that we are going for the
Mr.
migrants.
Witness, what I am driving at is this. Listen carefully. Solo was agreeing, was saying yes, sir, Your Excellency, because he was agreeing with the president with whatever the president was saying. We don't know what it was he was saying, but Solo was agreeing with him. That's why Solo said yes, sir.
Xamul lan la ko président bi doon wax de waaye boo déggee Solo naan ko waaw kilifa gi dafa fekk ne lépp lu mu ko doon wax moom mu ngi ànd ci loolu.
Correct?
Du dëgg.
I cannot say anything about that one. I know that there was a telephone conversation. I know that they were but what they said, I didn't know it.
I'll just leave the issue and move on. The commissioners would draw their conclusions from the answers given. Right? Okay. So, as at Buyam, Solo was saying yes sir to the president.
Ba ngeen ege Buyam Solo mu ngi doon wax ne waaw kilifa gi mu wax président bi.
And then you proceeded on your journey.
Léegi nag ngeen continue def seen dox.
And at one point you said something to Solo.
Am na jamono boo xam ne sax yow am na loo wax Solo.
Mooy buñ eggee Mandinaba.
Yes, that's the time we reached at Mandinaba.
What was it you said to Solo?
Lan nga wax Solo?
Because Mama Solo ne yow fu ñu because fii du suñ area.
I told Solo, where are we going to? Because this is not our area.
Patrol boo gis.
Was any patrol?
Area.
You are with your own patrol
area.
I asked him, where are we going to? Because this is not
our area. How did you know that?
Naka nga xamee loolu?
Because Mandinaba.
Because Mandinaba.
How did you know that each patrol has its own area?
Naka nga xamee ne kuy patrol rek foog nga am foo xam ne foofu nga war a em.
We knew it. The question is, how did you know?
Because and every team had your own boundary.
How did you know that?
Naka nga xamee loolu?
When we reached the other time, I know.
How did you know that every patrol had a boundary?
Naka nga xamee ne patrol boo xam ne yéen a ko def am na foo xam ne war leen koo yeesu foofu ngeen war a em.
Comme man in those days, my patrol.
In those days when I'm going for a patrol,
senior man is patrol.
The most senior man who is leading the patrol, he can tell us to stop at Birkama, don't go beyond Birkama.
And who was this senior man?
The
come in those days now. Yes. So who was that senior man in those days?
The man who come more kilifa gila dan wax ne bu len wessu Birkama.
Yeah, come senior man we juro so ñu fa ñu know bari.
The senior man who usually shifted there are many.
Give us examples of those senior men who will tell you not to go beyond particular areas.
Jox ñu misal rek ci ñan ñoy kilifa yi la da wax ne am na fo xamne war leen ko wessu.
Just come Tamani was still house.
The time I was at State House here,
come smiling patrol.
When I used to be going for patrol,
some duty officer.
Our duty officer,
Lai
Jallo.
What do we know? Some patrol people Senegambia.
He used to tell us where our patrol stopped. Senegambia, Serabunda.
Then the people Abuko and that's what.
And to Abuko and you come back.
Akanati?
The Diam be ki jura be late Mambiran ko gañu ko ran the same thing la de wax.
Late Mambiran
Sam ko gañu na.
Mambiran Sam.
Well, the same thing.
He passed away.
And where?
The same.
Okay. When you were in Kanilai, tell us when you were in Kanilai. Okay,
when I was in Kanilai,
patrol.
I don't used to go on patrol.
So how did you know that for those from Kanilai, your boundary was not beyond this place, Mandinaba? Because I am from the
Kanilai, nakanga hamene yin, finyano wara warta wesu, Mandinaba.
From up to Kalaji, up to Mandinaba, they are all at the block. You can stop at block.
How did you know the boundary limitations of the patrol teams?
No, nakanga hame, me niwa hamne nyo patrol filang wara warum ko wesu.
Sometimes the most senior man in the vehicle usually tell us to stop here because you are patrol. What they are avoiding is you can go for a patrol and another barracks is also on patrol and you can collide.
So you are accepting that while at Kanilai you used to go on patrol?
I don't used to go on patrol when I was in Kanilai. When I was in Kanilai, I don't go for patrol.
But you just told us. Listen, you just told us that when we used to go on patrol, the senior man would tell us that you cannot go beyond this place, like you cannot go beyond block, or you cannot go beyond this Kalaji. That's what you just told me.
But for Kanilai, I never go for patrol.
That was the first day mining patrol.
Kanilai, that was my first day going for patrol.
Maybe the commission would just investigate your activities as a jungler. Because you seem to be minimizing your understanding of the junglers. Aren't you afraid of the truth?
I have nothing to avoid of. What I know, that's what I will see. What I see, that's what I will see. What I didn't know it.
All right. Okay. So you came up to Mandinaba, you told him that you are going too far out. What did he say?
He told me that you are a driver, just drive and we go.
And then?
Then we continue.
Airport Johnson.
We drove up to Airport Johnson. Then he asked me to cough, to take a bed.
Look, did you refuse to go on that operation? Because
I was not told what to do.
Mr. Witness, you are not a member of the patrol team. That's what you claimed. Wow. You were not under Solo Bojan. No.
No.
You were not under Tumbul Tamba. Why did you accept to go with them? Tumbul Tamba.
You see, Tumbul Tamba. All the soldiers who were there, they were all under Tumbul Tamba. Then he was appointed as Kanilai OC.
In fact, so you are taking instructions from him.
léegi yow daal yaa ngi doon jëlee ndigal ci moom long.
He usually give us order because he was the CEO there.
So those at Kanilai that was a jungle operation. Because the difference between you and the others is that you did the jungle training with them. Correct?
Yes, that's true.
And you are posted there just like other junglers. Correct?
Wow.
Exactly. And you are going with them.
It was my first day to go with them.
All right. Okay, let's proceed. So then what happened after you arrived at Airport Junction?
Airport Junction.
When we reached at the Airport Junction, he asked me to take a cough. Then we went straight. I went up to the turntable. I still asked him how and where then. He asked me to continue. Then he received a call. Then he was saying, "Good evening, sir, DG."
And what does DG stand for?
DG mom, lum teki.
Then he was talking to Daba Marina.
And Daba Marina was DG of which institution?
Daba Marina, mo DG ban ligay kaw.
NIA.
And then
Then I was the one who asked Solo. I asked Solo, which DG are you talking to? Because he was sitting in front. Then he told me the NIA director. When he is finished speaking with him, then Marina, he was directing him where the Ghanaians were, but Marina himself was not there. Johnny left from this highway. There was one supermarket there. If you left the Johnson, the other Johnson, where Baba Job lived, when we reached there, we were asked to stop. And then Solo just jumped off from the vehicle and ran and hit the gate.
What type
compound gate?
What type of house was that?
Story building.
It was a story building.
Black
And a black gate.
How do you know that was Baba Job's house?
That day I had somebody who was testifying here. I was asked here who was at the house, and I said I didn't know. Somebody just testified here. That's the time I knew that it was Baba Job's compound.
All right, proceed.
And when Solo left, and he asked me to ask them
to reverse the vehicle.
Then I saw Solo pull some ropes. Then I saw him taking some people from the house. Yes, you know, if you pick up the double cabin, the truck is not that much big.
Yes, the back space of the pickup vehicle is not very big. Proceed.
And he brought them and put them inside. And he tied them. Then I left the other and I stopped at some point. Then Then Sana Manjang and others were standing guarding my vehicle. The other vehicle also entered.
They did the same thing.
They did the same.
What is that same thing?
The same thing.
When they put 4 in my vehicle, they put 4 in the other vehicle.
Because Solomon got to coordinate.
Because it's Solo who is coordinating it.
Was it 4 they put in your vehicle or 10?
Unless you guide me there.
Let you be guided by the truth. There's a massive difference between 4 and 10, and you know what happened.
Yes, it's 10-10. You are right.
Don't play games.
I didn't play games. I usually forget.
How can you forget? But you so easily remembered. So it was now 20 people.
20.
And how were they dressed?
How?
This was a civil dress.
They were on civil dress.
With a dancer.
They got cigarettes.
Was there a woman?
There were 2 men, but they were left there.
Okay, and then what happened?
Wow,
so they were tied and put 10 per vehicle.
Yes,
but you would admit that to put 10 big men, 10 adults in the back of a double cabin vehicle, pickup vehicle, it would be very, very tight.
Sorry.
Could you respond now?
So put all of them there.
And how were they put in there?
They were not even comfortable because that place was very tight.
We have received testimony who said that they were made to stand opposite each other, and 4 of them were bound by a rope, and they were pushed on the vehicle. Yes, they lay on the floor of the vehicle.
Wow.
And they were bound together. They
were all tied together.
The hands and the neck.
Only the hands, not the neck and the legs. The hands and the legs were tied. Those vehicles, those ropes that they used to tie for these vehicles, that's how he tied them. And he asked me to leave.
And what did you do?
Entered in the vehicle and we left.
Did you object?
No, I didn't object.
But at this stage you knew you were going on a serious operation.
At
this stage you knew you were going on a serious operation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you answer?
Yes.
Yes.
And at this stage, you could have opted not to be part of it.
Lead counsel, if at all you are confused, that's the time you were brief on it. Because if Tumutaba told me that I was going to take these Ghanaians to kill them,
Mr. Witness,
what he only told me is patrol.
Mr. Witness, you don't go on a patrol to just apprehend people or take people who are already in custody and tie them in ropes like cattle and force them in a vehicle if it wasn't going to be a serious operation.
Patrol kesela do they them Japanese
Solo Bojang and others knew what they were to do. But for me, it's only the time we arrived at the scene, that's the time I knew what to do.
But at this stage, you could have refused to be part of it.
Why jamono ji mu won nga bañ ñamande bokkuma ci li.
If I was brief, I could have refused to go.
Yes, but now that you were there, you saw it with your eyes, what was going on, you could have refused to be part of it.
Waaye léegi nag comme dem nga fa ba pare te gis nga ak sa bët jaxaran li nga xam ne moo doon dox mënoon ngaa wax ne man daal lii duma ci bokka.
I quarrel with Solo on this thing.
The question is not what happened afterwards. The question is what happened at that time. You could have refused to say, I am not a jungler. I am not part of you. I will not do this.
Li nga wax day waxul la xew gannaaw ba de dañu wax li nga xew xam ne moo xew jamono jooju nga demee gis li xew mënoon ngaa wax ne man duma jongu la lii bokkuma ci.
Because xam nañ ne always la wane patron boo amul si benn excuse pour nga bañ.
Because you are not answering the question.
Laajte tontu loolu ma la laaj de.
I myself, I didn't know this was what was going on.
You think they were going for a picnic?
Because it's a normal patrol.
Okay.
For me, I thought that it was just a normal patrol.
When these people were herded and bound together and forced in that tiny cabin, the tiny back of this vehicle, you knew it was something serious.
Bi nga gisee ni ñooñu ñu jël leen dal di leen takkante sànni leen ci biir gannaaw moto bu xat boobu noonu waroon ngaa xam ne lii de mbir xew-xew la boo xam ne caaxaan.
You knew it was something serious.
amoon na leen mbir la bu garaaw.
It was wrong.
That day, it's wrong.
That day, I knew it was wrong.
You chose to go along with
moom nga ne baaxut waaye nga ànd ak ñoom ci liñ doon def.
True or false?
dëgg la wala déet.
dégg nga li ma wax. waaye ca jamono jooja waxtu boobu ngeen fa taxawee xam nga lan moo doon xew xam nga ne demu leen woon pique-nique. loolu la wax nii moo tax ma ñu bu ñoo ñëw su ma gay bi fa lii mooy xew. Mr. Witness, nobody is asking you about what happened in Kanilai or along the way. You are being asked this question. At that point, standing at Baba, the place you call Baba Job's residence, these West African migrants were being tied together and forced in your vehicle. You knew that it was a serious operation.
Sere bi laajin la la xew Kanilai de wala li xew ci yoon bi ba ngeen eggee ci béréb boobu nga wax ne mooy këri Baba Job gis nga ñu jël ay nit takkalante leen ba di leen fudda ci gannaaw moto boo xam ne yow nii yaa ko doon dawal te ba nga gisee loolu xamoon nga ne ah lii day moom mu doy waar la.
True or false?
It's true. It's true, it's not correct, it's not normal.
And you chose to go along with them.
That was the order that we are going for a patrol.
But you knew that what you guys were doing was unlawful.
With me, that's here I knew. That's the time I knew that what they were doing is not correct.
But let me ask you, have you ever been tied up with a rope?
No.
If that were to happen, would you be happy with it?
I'm not even happy with that.
And you know that is unlawful? You know it's against the law?
Yes.
What is this? And you chose to go along with them, knowing that what they were doing was unlawful.
If at all I knew it was this thing, I will not go.
I'm not sure that I'm always night patrol.
You know, soldiers, at night patrol you cannot use.
The question is not what happened before. The question is what happened at that time when they were already put in your vehicle. You knew that this was wrong, it was unlawful.
Laajum la li nga xam ne moo xew balaa loolu de liñ la laaj mooy ci jamono boobu la doon xew bañ leen takkee duggal la sa moto boo xam ne yaa ko doon dawal xamoon nga ne lii ànduta luwaa.
I know it was not lawful.
And you knew that.
xamoon nga ko.
If somebody who knows the law knows that this is not lawful.
Ku xamut luwaa sax xam na ne loolu jaarut yoon. Good. All right. And you decided, with full knowledge that this was unlawful, you decided to go along with it.
Terewut de xamoon nga peng ne liñ doon def àndut ak luwaa waaye terewut nga ànd cee ñoom ci liñ doon def.
True or false?
Dëgg wala déet.
No.
If you answer questions more directly, it becomes easy. We don't have to go round and around. Duñ am pour ñaay palanteer mbaa topp dara pour to get the answers. Okay, so and then you got into your vehicle.
Wow.
And when we entered the vehicle, then so asked me to stop.
And then what happened?
Then we went up to Kanilai.
How many vehicles? With how many captives?
Only 2 pickups were loaded.
Okay, and then what happened?
When we arrived at Kanilai, at the roundabout when entering Kanilai, I asked, so where are these people going to? He asked me to take a Ben.
Did he answer to your question? So he did not respond to you apart from saying demarek demarek.
He always tell me is that you are just a driver, just go.
Okay, and then what happened?
We went to at the back of the mini stadium, the park. When we reached there, he said stop.
At this time, where was Yaya Jammeh?
He was in Kanilai.
So proceed, please. You went to the mini stadium in Kanilai. How far is it from Yaya Jammeh's residence in Kanilai?
Stadium ndaw bobu nga xamne mo nek Kanilai naka la sori wante ak fa nga xamne moy kër Yaya Jammeh ba.
It is a bit far.
How far?
No,
I cannot. Mr. Witness,
far.
The commission would visit Kanilai, and these places would not shift; they would be permanent places, so you'd be able to find them. We would give you a piece of paper. Just draw and show us where these places are located in Kanilai. Just the main landmarks in Kanilai. No. This is you testifying. So you pinpoint the locations, not him. Show us Jammeh's place in Kanilai. Show us the crocodile pond, and show us the. Of course, you know the crocodile pond.
I cannot draw the rough scale. I cannot draw. That's why I asked him
to put the points on that document. Okay, if you want him to write the names for you, he would write the names for you. But no, you put the points first. And you tell him this point is point this.
You said Bopa bindal palace be fee more fee. Bobu ge mo bindal la turina mo bindal la ko.
if Kanilai is not big, how could any place in Kanilai be too far away from the other?
Kanilai,
we don't want for house we too much time
So us is it the mini stadium or the park, whatever it is called? So tell him the names of places and he will write them.
Sorry, Bill. We are family in the story bill.
Councillor, I know we skipped the bio details today, but when he came on the 9th of July 2020, did he indicate in the bio details that he was literate?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Could you write his name down and let him sign it? And date it. Would you agree, Mr. Sillah?
Mr. Sillah.
That Yaya Jammeh's residence in Kanilai is within the premises where you have the main entrance.
Yes, it's at the main entrance.
And between Yaya Jammeh's house and the mini stadium, could you give us the distance, the guesstimate of the distance, assuming that this premises is Yaya Jammeh's residence? How far from here would be the mini stadium?
Nading ni muna wax digante mini stadium be ak diko Yaya Jammeh ci misal dal melni fi moy ker Yaya Jammeh
Then be around 30. Around 30?
30 what?
30 kilometers.
Are you kidding me?
20.
You are a driver.
Yo driver nga de
20 kilometers.
ñaar fukki kilometer
Do you know that between here and Banjul is about 8 kilometers?
am nga la file Banjul juroom ñetti kilometer rek la
Two kilometers because the distance is 2 kilometers. The distance is 2 kilometers. Bundikari Yajami, at Paguswa, Sindor Hotel. Sindor Hotel is resident up to the Sindola, around 2 kilometers. It's up to 2 kilometers.
I'm not talking about Sindola. I'm talking about the ministry.
Ministry and below Benemi enter yet square highway. Munga part the period nona. I check all.
And what does it say? What was your result?
2 kilometers.
It's 2 kilometers.
2 kilometers.
So you will some investigation.
Yes, you can even make your investigation and see.
We will. Okay, so it's not 20 or 30 kilometers, it's 2 kilometers. And you said that you knew that because you have tested it.
Even confirm it.
You said you came to know that because you have tested it.
On my vehicle, what it gives me.
And what your meter gave you was 2 kilometers. Then why did you tell the commission that it was 30 kilometers?
You just did. You're going to check set.
You asked me to check.
We asked you what is the distance, you said 30 kilometers.
Okay.
And you were challenged now and you brought it down to 2 kilometers. And you said the only reason why you knew it was 2 kilometers is because you did the measurement.
Yes, that's it.
You measured it. And you knew the distance. And you came here and told the commission that it was 30 kilometers. Why did you choose to lie?
I didn't lie.
Was that the truth?
What I said is that
the 30 kilometers was it? Look, 30 kilometers. Is that true? Or is it false? So the 30 kilometers is a lie.
then you take the other one, you don't want the one. I told you what I knew, you said no.
Mr. Witness, you are here to speak the truth. Is it 2 kilometers or is it 30 kilometers? 2 kilometers. So when you said 30 kilometers, that was not correct.
I made a mistake. It's not that I lied, but I mistake.
Well, how could you make a mistake on something that you have measured and you knew exactly that it was 2 meters, 2 kilometers?
Everybody used to forget.
Mr. Witness, you said it was 30 kilometers. That was a mistake. You turned around and said it was 20 kilometers. That too was a mistake. But you only realize now that you had measured it and it was 2 kilometers. You want us to believe you?
Now you just see.
You just lied. But obviously, the two can't be both true.
No, I didn't lie.
Ken Sagula. Danga wahu dega.
Just you must.
Oh, danga buga fetal ko. Mr. Sillah, stop playing games. You playing to the gallery, okay? You playing to the gallery. You see, here we don't maslaha the truth. When you lie, and we call you out for lying. Okay, so let's move on. 2 kilometers away from Jammeh's residence. And Yaya Jammeh was there. True or false?
He was in Kalilai.
And he was in his residence.
Yes, he was there.
So you guys, you went to this place the mini stadium. Where exactly around the mini stadium?
Léegi nag ngeen dem ci mini stadium boobu noonu ban boor ci mini stadium bi.
Solomon was there. Was big Arabina. Was big Arabina. Solomon was there.
It was Solo who directed me. It was inside the bush.
Because Solomon
It's Solo who knows that place.
Why didn't you refuse to go?
Lu tax bañuloo pour dem.
How can I refuse? It was an order.
You knew fully well at this time that these people were going to be killed.
Jamono boobu nag wóor na la nag ne ñii dañ leen a yóbbu pour rey leen.
When we reached the time, I know these people are going to kill them.
Mr. Witness, you removed people from Baba Job's house. You had your members of your party, members of your team, communicating with Yaya Jammeh and communicating with the DG of NIA. And they were tied and bundled inside vehicles. They were driven all the way to Kanilai and put in the forest. You think they were going there to have fun?
yow de da ngeen ñëw jël ay nit epleen takkal leen dugal leen ci biir moto te yaa ngi dégg sa ay nit yi nga àndal ñu ngay jokkoo ak Yaya Jammeh ñu ngay jokkoo ak ki nga xam ne mooy Daba Marina léegi ñu jël leen takkal leen yóbbu leen Kanilai dugal leen ci biir àll ndax fa nga ne foofu caaxaan lañ fa doon defi.
It's not normal.
It was not normal.
Not only was it abnormal, it was clear that these people were going to be executed.
That is true.
And you decided to continue.
That's true.
And then you took them deeper into the forest.
So the guy me saying the go until where he wanted. That's the time he asked me to stop. Those who were in my vehicle, they came out and put these people down.
Who brought them down?
Solo Margara and
Sanamanjan.
Time, where was the second?
It was at the back.
And that vehicle too, what happened?
When they shot this in the first vehicle, the second vehicle came. But in my vehicle, when so untied them, that Ghanaian who came and testified here, he came out from my vehicle and ran away. And then I was standing, I was watching him running away.
You see, the irony here is Malik Jatta sat there, he said, oh yes, here he was, I saw him. He ran.
He didn't know from that end.
Hold a second. You didn't know what I was going to say. Malik said the guy dropped off and he just passed him. And, he was running away and he just stood there. He felt sorry for him and he didn't do anything.
That is not true. If Malik should have seen him, he would have killed him. The pickup. Those people dropping from this side. Those at this other side. And then Solo has already untied them. That's the time this boy jumped. And he was running. I was standing at the door of my vehicle watching him.
The fire.
As the time Solo ran after him and started shooting. But what Malik Jatta was saying, if Malik Jatta should have seen him, he would have killed him.
But equally you, if you should have seen I
I was standing leaning on my vehicle and I saw him running.
That's also exactly what Malik Jata said.
Malik Jata itam loolu la wax ni loolu la wax.
Malik Jata, then they all took these people inside. Malik Jata was lying, he didn't say anything.
But Malik too would say you were lying.
Malik itam mën naa wax
according to Malik, all of you who were there shot these people, these victims. All of you.
Malik li mu wax mooy yéen ñépp da ngeen fetel ñii.
I have never shot. I have never.
Okay.
Well, if Malik said so, he's lying.
Tell us step by step what happened for these people to be killed.
Wax ñu benn benn lan moo xew ba ñu rey ñii.
Because
When Solo brought these people down, that's the time I saw him start firing.
Well, I'm not going to fire the coup.
As when he shot that person fell in the well, and he was crying. That's the time they took a grenade and fired on him.
Who did that?
Malik.
Malik who?
Jata.
Malik Jata.
And what was the effect of shooting a grenade inside the well when this person had just been shot and he dropped in the well but was not dead?
What
was the effect? What was the effect? Nakala mujé biñ jëlé grenade sanni ko ci biir teen bi xamné amna kuñ fétel ba paré sanni ko ci biir teen bi té déyut lan mo xew ba lolu xewé bañ sanni grenade bi fofu bi ko dafa dégal noy sambi
was he had his noise was weighing.
And then what happened when he threw the grenade in there?
That's how he died.
What happened for you to believe that the person died?
At the end, nobody heard him screaming again.
What happened to the grenade?
It exploded.
With this person inside. And after that explosion, did you hear any movement again or any cries inside that well? How did you really feel that this person already shot and has been dropped in the well? A grenade is thrown inside the well. That explosion, how did you feel?
It was not normal. Killing somebody like that, a fellow human being.
And how about the others? What happened to them?
That day someone is such kind of things.
Maybe for the others they will not even feel it, but for me that was my first time seeing those kind of things.
And what happened to the 8 other people? 8 other West Africans?
They were taken to Bundumbohol?
No. I am talking about this particular occasion. In your vehicle were 10 people. You told us that one escaped. And one was shot and pushed inside the well. And the person was screaming. Then a grenade was dropped in the well by Malik, and it exploded. What happened to the other 8 who were in the vehicle?
They brought them down and killed all of them.
How was the killing done?
It was
how my vehicle was just parked this way. This is the distance.
And then what happened?
Because solo mo ñoo rek ak ñom Malick Diatta gañu buub rek yobu rek fedel gaay salen.
They will just come and pick. They just shot and throw them.
We would give you another. Could you sketch your vehicle and the well and where these people were standing? Malick Diatta, Solo Bojang and Sana Manjang.
Malick Diatta, Solo Bojang and Sana Manjang fi taxawon ak yow fa sa moto bi taxaw ak teen bi fan la nekkoon.
Mr. Witness, sir, stop this nonsense. Okay? You are not testifying before Mr. Kambi. You are testifying before the commission. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And sign and date the document. Where you were behind the mini stadium, were you hearing what was going on in Yaya Jammeh's residence in Kanilai?
Ngeen nekké ci gannaaw stadium bobu nonu ndax yeen ak doon xew lay xew dégalé xew kër Yaya Jammeh fofu Kanilai.
Yes, we used to. What were you used to hear it?
Music
There was a music, this Jola music.
So
we usually hear it.
So what was going on in Kanilai at that time?
Xana jamono bobu lan mo doon xew Kanilai?
There was a Bukarabu at the main compound there.
So at the forest you were hearing this Bukarabu going on?
Yes, we used
very clearly.
We used to hear the drums and the whistle.
And while these festivities were going on in Yaya Jammeh's home in Kanilai, what were you people busy doing?
Ba xumbel bi doon xew ca dekk way Yaya Jammeh fofu Kanilai yeen lan ngeen doon def jamono bobu
answer the question.
Okay,
wow.
Ba Yaya Jammeh gaayam di noos Kanilai di tëgg seen Bukarabu di feycoo yéen sa groupe bi yow Malick Diatta Solo Bojang Sana Manjang lan ngeen doon def ci àll ba foofu?
That's the time they were killing the Ghanaians.
And in your vehicle, all the 8 were also executed.
Was
it Solo alone or was it the group?
Solo was there, Malick Diatta was there, and Sana Manjang. Solo was the senior man there.
You don't have to answer this question. You have a right not to incriminate yourself. But if you lie also, the commission may take that against you. Did you shoot anybody?
I have never shot anyone. Since the TRRC started, all junglers came here.
Are you basing your answer on the premise that nobody has said you shot anybody, or are you basing your answer on the truth?
Yow sa tontu bi dang ko wër ci ne ñi fi joxe sédé yépp kenn tuddul la ne fétel nga wala dang ko wër ci ne dëgg mom ngay wax.
Man suma fételé dama taw fi wone dama fétel ni ni way.
If I have shot, I would have been here, I would have said it here that I have shot.
So you did not shoot anybody?
No.
Bon fételé lo kenn.
Even if I did it, where will I take to replace my round? Where will I get it? Because if I go back to State House without the round complete, they will not take it. Because the way you receive your round at the Amori, that's the same way you should return it, and it should be counted.
My friend, you went on a state authorized operation, correct?
Right, I heard the one
just answer my question. You went on a state authorized operation. True or false? So this issue of expending a round or a bullet was a non-consideration.
I know I didn't do it.
So what happened to the people in the other vehicle?
The same thing. They did the same thing to them.
Who did the same to them?
Because
I didn't know those who were at the same at that other people. But Solo gave them order to shoot them.
And what happened to them?
They killed all of them. And they threw them inside the well.
Okay. So now you have, from a batch of 20, you have 19 casualties.
Yes, they killed all of them.
And then what happened after that?
And Solo said, let's go back home.
And then? And then?
And we spend the night.
Take it step by step. Stop jumping. Okay. Yes, and where did you go?
We went back to Kanilai.
And then what happened when you arrived in Kanilai?
Solo entered into the compound and said that he is going to the HE.
To do what? Hey, stop bile dilly-dally. Tell us the truth. What happened? What did he go to do?
Maybe he went there to brief him.
Maybe, or he went there to brief him.
What you said is that whatever you said is
I did not say it. You said it.
Solo went inside the compound and
nobody is asking about what he got from there. He went to report to Yaya Jammeh, mission accomplished, what you and his team had already done. The killing of 19 West African migrants. That's what happened. True or false?
yes.
Did the festivities stop?
It didn't stop.
The music and dance continued. When you people had just executed 19 West Africans. That's what happened. What?
What you said is true.
Do you know a person called Aliou Jeng?
Yes, I know him.
Was he there?
I cannot say.
How about Fansu Nyabali?
Fansu Nyabali nak?
Those Nyabali people, they were not in Kadilai.
But they were there, weren't they?
Why you go for one then?
How about Oya?
Oya nak?
Omar Jallo?
Oh, no idea.
I don't have any idea about it.
I must have been idea to you.
Well, how did you feel when you returned to Kanilai, having witnessed the most terrible crime that had happened in the country up to that period, and you went back to music and dance and
lan nga yëg gannaaw boo leen defee tafaar gu ñaaw bi nga xam ne jamono jooju xew-xew bu xew Gambia ba mu ci gën a ñaaw ngeen def ko ba pare daal di dem teewee ji nag ay fecc ak it ay musique loo yëg jamono
I lost a lot. I thought about a lot.
How about Yaya Jammeh? Did he participate in the festivities?
Yaya Jammeh ndax mu ngi bokkoon ci xumbeel boobu doon am?
He was not there.
He was not participating in the dancing?
Bokkutoon ci fecc yi.
But the dancing was happening in his residence.
Waaye nag mu ngi doon xewee biir dëkkuwaayam.
But of course, they had the gunshots and the record launchers.
Waaye day jóge nañ bali soxeeku ak bomi sànni.
You know, that place is not far away from Casamas.
But of course, the stadium, the mini stadium is closer.
And it's not far away from Casamas.
Mr. Witness, bombs and gunshots would not be happening near Kanilai, and for Yaya Jammeh to stay calm if he did not know where they were coming from.
Ay bom ak ay bali fetel du soxeeku Kanilai fekk Yaya Jammeh dal di toog rek ak xel mu dal fekk xamut bom yooyu ak bal yooyu fan la jógee.
Is that to be believed?
Loolu mën nañ koo gëm.
He knew what was going on.
Xamoon na li xew.
He knew that his killers were busy killing on his instructions.
Xamoon na ne day reykatam yi ñu ngi doon rey ci digalam.
In Kanilai.
Ca Kanilai.
True or false?
Diga wala déet.
Yes,
So answer clearly. Remove your hand and answer clearly. True or false?
Sorry,
Mr. Witness, okay, I will do it again. Yaya Jammeh was there in Kanilai.
Yaya Jammeh mu ngi woon Kanilai du noonu.
The gunshots could be heard from his residence in Kanilai.
Te fam toogoon noonu ca Kanilai ca dëkkuwaayam ba mu ngi doon dégg bali fetel yi.
Maybe he has had because the gunshot is always loud at night.
And a minimum of 20 bullets were fired.
Te lum néew ñaar fukki bal moom soxi nañ ko.
Correct?
Déet.
Okay.
Yes, gunshot, I didn't know how many, but there was gunshot.
A minimum of 20 gunshots were fired.
Lum néew ñaar fukki bal soxi nañ ko.
20 shots, 20 bullets, depend.
Depends on what?
If at all is a single shot, it can be only 20, but if at all is automatic, it could be more than 20.
You are not listening. A minimum of 20 bullets were expended.
Dama ne lum néew ñaar fukki bal moom soxi nañ ko.
Yes,
there is no way Yaya Jammeh would not hear
loolu amul dara luñ ko mën a defee te Yaya Jammeh déggu
these gunshots.
déggu bali fetel yooyu.
And there is no way he would not have heard the sound, the explosion of the grenade. You agree?
Yes.
And he knew, of course, that it was his soldiers who were doing the killing he instructed them to do. True?
Maybe, it could be.
Well, Solo went and briefed him, didn't he?
Yeah, Solo
Solo went there, but I didn't know what he discussed.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Witness. Do you think during Yahya Jammeh's time, a soldier would have the audacity to take a single person, to cannulate, and shoot the person dead without Yahya Jammeh's authorization?
Wow, déglu ma laaj la de seede bi foog nga ne jamono Yahya Jammeh kenn am na fiti ñeme boo xam ne di nga jël benn nit rek yóbbu ko ba kamilaay nga fetel ko foofu rey ko te Yahya Jammeh xamu ci dara.
li nga wax tamit mën naa am xam naa leen tamit comme ñoo kii.
Hey, stop dilly-dallying. Just answer the question. Answer the question.
No, I didn't know that one.
Look,
what I know
it's not about whether you know or don't know. Does anybody have the audacity to do that? Or did anybody have the audacity to do that during that time?
Maybe. Maybe because Tumbu can even do something Yahya will not be aware of.
On this particular occasion, Yahya Jammeh was aware. And you know that Yahya Jammeh was aware. This is not me testifying. This is you testifying. Yahya Jammeh was aware of this. Yahya Jammeh gave the instructions. You know that, didn't you? You are scared to say the truth.
Well, I have nothing to fear.
Then you are not here to die. So tell us the truth. Yahya Jammeh was aware. He was the one pulling the strings. He gave the orders.
I didn't have any idea. Is the one who gave the order, and I don't know where Tumbu picked this order from.
From where would Tumbu get the orders?
Maybe, but
Mr. Witness, you played games. You knew that Tumbu would only get these orders from Yahya Jammeh. True or false?
No.
Maybe. Is it true or false?
I'm because I'm telling you that I didn't know anything, but still now you say.
Along the way, Solo Bojang was speaking to Yahya Jammeh, wasn't he? So obviously, it must have been about that particular operation, wasn't it?
That operation.
The federal operation.
Correct?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because
and you went up to Yahya Jammeh's backyard to do these killings of 19 people. You think anybody in this country would have done that at that time without Yahya Jammeh's knowledge? You're just shaking your head. Answer the question.
I know
You see, Mr. Witness, what you're trying to do, you are so afraid to say that Yaya Jammeh knew it.
Yaya Jammeh definitely
Yaya Jammeh gave an order. I have nothing to fear.
Okay, let's do it this way. You said Yaya Jammeh. Listen, you did say a moment ago that Yaya Jammeh was briefed, wasn't he?
What I didn't hear it.
Do you realize that you yourself, Tumbul Tamba, Sanam Manjang, Malik Jata, you are all murderers?
ndax yow xam nga ne yow mi ci sa boppa Tumbul Tamba Sanam Manjang Malik Jata yéen ñëpp ay reykat yi nit ngeen.
I was not part of it.
Well, you drove them to their death, didn't you?
waaw yaa leen yóbbu ba fañ leen reyee.
That's what I was told. Okay, if at all I was told that they are going to kill this people, I will not go.
And the next day what happened?
ca élection nag lu xew.
The same thing happened.
And where were you?
foo nekkoon.
The next day what happened? Did you go back on patrol?
I was the only one as a driver.
Okay. And you went, where did you go this time around? And did you go past Mandina Bar?
ndax rombaat ngeen Mandina Ba.
No one just
answer questions. And when you arrived at Mandina Ba, you realized that you were going outside your jurisdiction, correct? Did you refuse to go this time around?
I quarreled with him.
Did you refuse to go?
In Kanila and different patrol. Kanila that day,
I was told at Kanila that we are going for a different patrol.
Who told you a different patrol? So you arrived at Mandina Ba?
Mandina Ba.
Okay.
Because you get the sugar of good guy. If
they are doing their things, they never tell you.
But you getting agitated. Take it easy. You realized at that stage also that, well, what happened the day before is happening again.
Because man that day, first day, my material
for the first day, I thought that it is finished.
Why that is always sugar operation? Do not talk one in a deal. Camouflage we are going for patrol.
What they usually camouflage with
that day, Solomon and different route, patrol.
Baba, may you translate to phonetically. What they usually camouflage us is that we are only going for a patrol, but they never tell us that we are going for to do these things.
I got carried away. I'm sorry. We overran the time. Perhaps this is a point we should stop for lunch, and then we would come back after 1 hour.
Would you be ready for a 3 o'clock return?
Yes.
Okay, fine. If you're going to do that, then afterwards. But it is frightening and shocking. I want to know from the witness when one of the captives was shot and then thrown into the well. Who was it who threw in a grenade?
Malik Jata.
Malik Jata threw a grenade and exploded in the well?
Of course, sir.
In the Gambia?
Yes, sir.
safara ba ak bom yi fa tàkk.
And when you returned,
ba ngeen delloo.
Solo Bojang went to Yaya Jammeh.
Solo Bojang dem ca Yaya Jammeh.
And he discussed with him.
Daldi am ay wax yu ci digantem ak Yaya Jammeh.
And I asked you the question.
Ma daldi la laaj ne.
Did Yaya Jammeh know what was going on?
Yaya Jammeh xamoon na li doon xew.
Solo went in, but I didn't know what he discussed.
Mr. Witness, you gave a statement.
Seede bi dafa am kàddu yoo binda joxe ko fii.
Remember that?
Fàttaliku.
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember that you have given a statement?
Mënuloo fàttaliku am na statement boo joxe.
Where is statement?
And the statement was read back to you even this morning?
Te statement boobu nga joxe woon de tey ci suba sax jàngalaat nañ la ko.
And you signed it?
Nga déglu ko ba pare dal di ko sign.
Take a look at this document and tell us whether it is the statement that you signed.
Seetal kayit yi na nga wax ñu ndax lii mooy statement yi nga xam ne moom nga sign.
I'm not going to sign.
Yes, I signed this.
And the statement was read back to you this morning?
The statement bi de tey ci suba sax jàngalaat nañ la ko.
Correct?
Noonu la.
Correct.
Yes, it's correct.
And in the statement, you told the investigators that Solo Bojang went to brief Yaya Jammeh in his house.
Oh, ci statement bi wax nga ñi nga xam ne ñoo def mbiri gëstu yi ne Solo dem na néegi Yaya Jammeh.
You said that?
Yes, it's correct.
And not only did you say that,
amuloo ci loolu rek de.
you said, so if people say that Yaya Jammeh does not know about this Ghanaian's death, it is not true because he was in the picture.
Yokk nga ci tamit wax ne Yaya Jammeh bu nit ñi waxee ne yëgut li nga xam ne moo dal Ghanaian yi bon du dëgg ndax yëgoon na lii dox.
You said that?
Yaa ko wax?
Yes.
And why were you dilly-dallying when I asked you that Yaya Jammeh knew?
Bon lan moo tax nga doon wiiri waara bi ma la waxee ne Yaya Jammeh xam na mbiri.
I do not hear what you are saying.
All of the I think you're the only person who would say that I speak very fast. But it's not me you should be listening to. You should be listening to the interpreter.
Why man rek yow rek yaa musa wax ne man suma wax dafa gaaw waaye sax yow war yow di ma déglu di ki may lappatoo kooku nga war a déglu.
Kooku waxam gaawut.
It's true.
You see, if you lie or you play games, we will catch you.
Gis nga de boo fi fenee wala nga def leneen foog ñu jàppala wiiri waari jaari ndaare.
You hear that? You accept?
So let's go.
Yes, let's go.
So Yaya Jammeh was fully aware.
Bon Yaya Jammeh yëgoon na li xew.
He ordered these killings.
Moom moo joxe ndigal pour ñu rey leen.
Answer now?
Well, tontu.
Because
Yes, because he is aware of.
He ordered these killings.
Moo joxe ndigal pour ñu rey leen.
Yes.
You are on the oath?
Da nga waat de.
Am I what?
Yes, I'm on the oath.
So when you told us earlier, oh, if I knew Yaya Jammeh did this, I would have told you.
Can understand? So
He went so fast.
Well, I did not say that. You said it.
Make it easy, no?
Well, it's not personal. So listen to the interpreter.
Okay.
So when you said here that you had no information that Yaya Jammeh knew about this thing. If you knew, you would have said it. That was not true.
Bon bi fi waxe sankane yow yeguloo dara ne Yaya Jammeh xam na mbir yi doon dox yépp soo ko xamoon ni kon dinga ko wax bon loolu du woon dëgg.
Thank you very much. Yes. Could you answer now, please?
Tontu ndax li nga waxoon bon du woon dëgg.
Yes, it's true.
So don't do that again. Just speak the truth.
Okay, no problem. Sorry.
Could you answer now, please?
Yeah, man, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Well, the camera is fixated on me when it should be showing the witness answering. Because the reason I say this is, if a voice comes and it's not synced with the speaker, it may raise doubts as to who said what. And that is why it is important that the correct shot is picked. Huh? So when you said that you did not know that Yaya Jammeh knew about it, that was not true.
Yes.
What is
Yes, it's true what you said.
So,
Council, at this point, if I just may get something for the record, the right moment I'm about to get that, to hear from the witness that since he was present at the time of the killing of these 19 captives, Solo Bojang, he mentioned, is one of the killers, Malik Jatta, Sana Manjang, and the driver himself was present. We did beat him correct to say it was a blatant lie to call all four of you rogue elements of the Gambian army. Were you rogue elements?
Léegi su fekkee ne dama bëgg mu leeralal ma fii ne moom Malick Jatta Solo Bojang ak Sana Manjang ak moom mii ci boppam mi doon dawal moto bi ñoom ñoo bokkoon ci xew-xew boobu ñu doon def ba rey nit ñooñu waaye am na ñu leen ooyee nag ne ñoom ay soldat lañ yoo xam ne rek ñu xamut seen warugal lañ ndax loolu dëgg la mën nañ leen a ooyee noonu.
mooy soldat yu fii da géew def lu leen neex te kenn ebalu leen.
That is true.
No, listen to the question. The question the chair wants to ask is, ndax yéen soldat yi nguur gi ebaloon ngeen ndax soldat yu demoon rek di defi lu leen neex.
No, we didn't do anything that pleases us. We just have order.
Orders from where?
The
order is from Tumul, and I think that Tumul also have this order from HE.
And who is this HE?
Yaya Jammeh.
Are you satisfied?
Yes, indeed. This corroborates your emphasis on this point in your interview with the minister who communicated to the government of Ghana, to the United Nations, and to ECOWAS that these four fellows were among the rogue elements that killed these people. He's now confirmed that they are not rogue elements.
Just in fact, they received the orders from Yaya Jammeh, and after the killings, Solo Bojang went to report to and brief Yaya Jammeh.
Yeah.
And if it is suggested that Yaya Jammeh did not know about it, that would be a lie. That is what you have in your statement. Correct?
Sir.
Could you answer now?
Yes, sir.
Could you answer now?
Yes.
Good. That's what you have in your statement?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you, Councillor. You may continue.
On the second day, you have told us that you went up to Mandinaba and then you had a conversation with Solo Bojang.
Yes, because when we reached at Mandenaba, I start quarreling with him. Because I asked him, where are we going? He said, just let's go. When, where? At Baba Job's compound.
You saw yourself there or you drove there?
I drove the car up to there.
Who drove the car?
I was the one driving.
Who drove the car?
I was the one driving the car.
So you did not find yourself there, you drove yourself there.
Yes, that is true.
So you knew that this was going to be another round.
When we reached there, that's the time I knew that it was another round.
And what happened this time around?
Same, I told you, Solo and others just alighted from the vehicle and tied them up.
How many were put in your vehicle?
The same as we picked this the first time, that's the same number of people.
How many?
10.
Would you answer now, please?
10.
Good. And these 10, were they tied together?
Solo tied them up all.
And what did he do after tying them up?
He asked me to drive off.
And was it one vehicle this time or was it two vehicles?
2 vehicles.
So the second vehicle, how many people did it carry? The second vehicle?
10.
So were they also tied up?
Solo tied them up all.
So at this stage, you definitely knew that these people were going to be killed.
Yes, because I knew that they are about to kill them.
And what did you do?
I even told Solo what these people did. This is not correct. What he told me is that these people are mercenaries.
Did they look like mercenaries to you?
The way I saw them, they were just dressed up.
In fact, the first batch, when the killing started, did you hear them say anything?
Yes, they were saying something.
What were they saying?
Some of them were in God. And some of them were saying that they are travelers. I heard them saying that.
Could you take that again?
Some of them were saying that they are about to travel, they want to take the back way.
So, what was your take from about what Solo told you? Were these people mercenaries or were these people just migrants?
Yow nako jëlé ci lila Solo wax mela ñi ay nit la ñoo xamné dañ leen fay pour ñu dem dal ci benen mbir moy ay mercenaries wala dañ ñaka ñoo xamné ay tukki kat rek lañ.
So Solo luma ko la sax.
What Solo told me, I don't even ask him. He told me that these people are mercenaries, they come here to overthrow the government.
Did you believe him?
Come on, Wako.
No, I didn't believe it because these people, the way they appear, that shows that they cannot do it.
So you said they were tied like cattle.
Ane dañ leen eew ni ay nak.
Wow.
Yes.
And bundled inside that vehicle.
Dal di leen taxañ dugal leen ca biir moto ba.
Baba.
Yes, exactly.
How did it feel driving these people to their death? You knew obviously that these people were going to be summarily executed.
Loolu yëg jamono jooju te óoroon na la peng ne ñii de yaa ngi leen di eb di leen yóbbu foo xam ne dañ leen a rey rek.
Only the quarrel that I have with Solo on the vehicle when we were coming.
But nonetheless, you still drove the vehicle.
Waaye terewul de ba léegi dawal nga moto bi.
Yes. Yes, I drove the car.
And when you arrived at Kanilai, did you abandon the vehicle?
Léegi ba nga àggee ba Kanilai nag ndax bàyyi nga moto bi.
No, ni la yóbbuwoon fële Bunubor.
No, we took them to Bunubor. Bunubor. Sorry.
And where in Bunubor?
Ban boor ci Bunubor.
So do you can fire service.
If you just enter Kanilai before the fire service.
And then?
This time we may come, so we have a bit 20 is bit arctic forest, so for you.
This time is just from here to the turntable, to the forest.
At this time, where was your young?
Jamono boobu nag ana yaay jamme.
Friday, so we can do it in Kanilai.
He was in Kanilai. It was during the weekend.
And of course, from his residence in Kanilai, he would hear the gunshots.
Te ba léegi de fam dëkk ca Kanilai dina dégg soxi bali.
For the Bunubor.
Yes.
No, he will not hear it.
First one,
the first one he might hear the gunshot, but this one is far. He cannot.
Okay. So what happened in that Bunubor forest?
Ale Bunubor boobu nag lu fa xew.
The same way when we were Solo just said stop.
But you went through Kanilai.
Waaye yaa ngi jaar biir Kanilai.
No, do it Kanilai.
No, this time we didn't enter Kanilai.
On Saturday, doing Kanilai.
On Saturday we didn't enter Kanilai.
So when you arrived at the forest, what happened?
Léegi bi ngeen eggee ci àll boobu loo leen def.
When we reached and Solo told me that the well is here. He said that these people are rebels, we are coming to kill them. That's the time he dropped them down and started firing on them.
Who was in your batch, in your group this time around?
Bi yoon yow ci groupe bi nga bokk ñana ca nekkoon.
The same people never nekkoon.
The same people.
Who were they?
Ñan la?
Sana Manjang, Malik Jata ak Solo Bojang.
Sana Manjang, Malik Jata and Solo Bojang.
And at this stage, you also knew that these people were going to be killed.
Te jamono ji ta ba léegi xam nga ne de ñii de dañ leen di rey.
Definitely, I'm not going because you know, some people cannot do it because you need to go correct.
Interpretation?
Yes, I knew because this thing it was so painful because I know that this what they did to them is not correct.
And they brought them down, and what happened?
Léegi dañ ñu wàccee leen ci moto bañ leen wàccee lu xew.
So the order guy for the Musa Lens with
Solo gave orders for them to be shot, and they threw them in the well. Their clothes on.
How many?
Ñoom ñaata.
There are many.
Your group, how many did they kill this second time?
Yow sa groupe bi nag bii yoon ñaata nit lañ rey.
10.
10. Nobody left behind.
Nobody escaped.
Kenn rëccut.
Nobody escaped.
So this batch also 20 people.
Bii yoon tamit ñaar fukki nit.
Making 39 killed.
Mu mel ni fanweer ak juróom-ñeneenti nit ngeen rey.
Any women?
Jigéen bokk na ci.
No, there was no women.
You were not sure about the women being there.
Óorut la ndax jigéen nañ fa woon.
There was no woman at that point.
How did you feel about this?
Lo yek nak ci mbir mi.
Only pain. Up to now, I'm thinking of this.
Legi man ko halat.
And when you finish this, was Yaya Jammeh informed?
Bi yoon nak bi ngeen paré ci rey bi yegal ngeen ko Yaya Jammeh.
Beyond solo dafa def Sénégal.
Beyond?
Bi bu njëgee bu boobu. Wona dem Sénégal straight.
We just went to his house straight.
Because solo sama model nga.
Because Solo was in my car.
He
will always ask me to take a bend, and I did. Then he dropped down and went upstairs. Because he was on the second floor and he was up.
Tumulu from the ground floor. And this time round, were festivities still going on in Kanilai?
Bi yoon nak ndax amna ben xumbel bo xamne mu doon xew fofu ca Kanilai.
No, there was no festivity.
So, what do you say to the suggestion that West African migrants or Ghanaians did not enter this country? Only 8 people came into this country during that time who were arrested by the government.
Lo mëna wax nak ci liñu wax ne wa Ghanaian yi wala tukkikat yi dugguñ ci biir réew mi sax juroom ñett ci ñoom rek ñoo dugga fi ci réew mi lo mëna wax ci kàddu boobu.
I cannot say anything because this thing is so bizarre.
Would that statement be true or would it be false?
Ndax liñ wax noonu ne juroom ñett ci ñoom rek ñu woon ci réew mi dëgg la wala déet?
No, that's not true.
What do you say to the suggestion that the government did not know about any people killed by security forces in this country?
Ci liñ wax ne nguur gi xamuñ kenn koo xam ne soldat yi reyoon nañ leen ci biir réew mi jamono boobu.
I will not agree to that one.
It is false.
Du dëgg de.
Yes.
But this would not be the only people who were killed, the only West African migrants who were killed during that time.
Waaye lii nag bi du ñoom rek ci ñi nga xam ne ñooy tukkikat yooyu bàyyi ko Afrique sowu jant yoo xam ne reyoon nañ leen jamono boobu.
There is another group who were also killed.
Amoon na beneen kuréel boo xam ne ñoom it rey nañ leen.
And that one I was not there.
Did you hear about it?
Ndax déggoon nga loolu?
It went so long that time.
That's
the time I heard about that one.
And what was it you heard?
Lan nga dégga?
That there are some dead bodies that they saw at Ghana town. Some said that there is blood wound in their bodies. I had that one being said.
But did you come to learn about who carried out those killings?
No,
I didn't.
But you received information about who carried out those killings?
Can he lie?
Can he lie? Or can he lie? I know them. But what the one that happened here, I don't know.
Where is here?
So when we have fee, more fun.
From Ghana town.
Ghana town. I didn't know anything about that one.
What did you hear happened at Ghana town?
Ghana town.
Yeah, they got this dead body.
They said that they saw some dead bodies around the forest.
Did you? Go ahead.
And they said they were shot with guns.
So did you hear who carried out those killings?
No,
No, that one I didn't hear anything.
Mr. Witness, you heard about the group that carried out that killing? Tell the truth.
waxal dëgg bi.
Because I'm not a come. Because jungle sama ñu nekk kanila ñu nekk bañu am na ñu nekk bañu bu ma rek ñu the same to ko ñu leen ko defé.
The junglers are divided into two. Some are at Kanilai, some are in Banjul, like Bombardiers group in Banjul. Maybe they did the same thing.
Is it maybe, or you have been reliably informed that they did the killing?
Mun na am nga wax wala am nga ci lu leer ne yëgal nañ la ñooñu ñoo def rey bi.
Man kenn informe ma te jongalation seen mbir moom bu ko demal kenn.
Nobody informed me. The junglers, they didn't share their things with anybody.
So are you only guessing when you said it was done by Bombardier and others?
Bon da nga xalaat rek ne xëj na mun naa am ne Bombardier ak ñeneen ñi ñoo ko def sa xalaati bopp la rek.
Because ñoom li fa leen patrol team lañ.
Because they are the patrol team.
Was that guesswork or something that you have been informed about?
Loolu da nga ko xalaat rek sa xalaati bopp wala dañ la ko yëgal.
No, yëgal ma ko lu ma ne loolu laa xalaat.
I was not informed. I just guessed.
Mr. Witness, that is not credible. That is not true.
Seede bi loolu wérut de loolu du dëgg.
Okay.
Okay.
You know that is not true.
Xam nga ne loolu du dëgg de.
You know that is not true.
Xam nga ne du dëgg.
You agree?
Nangu nga.
Agree na waaye duma nekk fii nekk fii xam ni yow fii la.
Agreed, because I cannot be over there and know what is going on here.
But you were informed about it.
Waaye xamal nañ la ko.
Man loolu man si dëkk bi laa ko dégg.
Lord, I had just heard it here in
Man si dëkk bi laa ko
town.
dégg.
So you heard about it?
Waaw dégg na ko man dama dee ñu ne del bëri.
I heard about it. What I heard is that they are dead bodies. They were shot with guns.
But did you hear about who carried out those killings?
Ndax dégg nga ñu wax la ñan ñoo def rey boobu.
I'm not asking whether you were present and or whether you have seen it.
Laajuma la ndax da nga teewoon de wala ndax da nga ko gis.
Did you hear about who did it?
Li ma la laaj mooy ndax dégg nga ñu wax ñan ñoo def rey bi.
I didn't hear it. For that one, I didn't hear it. After when I was at State House, these Ghanaian affairs, maybe the junglers themselves know about it, but for me, I didn't know. I was not aware.
Mr. Witness, that is not true.
Seede bi loolu du dëgg.
And you know that that is not true.
Te yow xam nga ne du dëgg.
Right, so if at all I heard it, I will say it. But I didn't hear it.
You told the investigators.
Wax nga ñi nga xam ne ñoo de gëstu mbir mi.
I later heard
Gannaaw bi dégg naa ne.
the ones that were killed and dumped at Brufut
ne ñi nga xam ne ñoom lañ rey dal di leen sànni bul fuut.
were taken by Bombardier.
Bombardier mooy ki nga xam ne moo ko def.
You told that to the investigators.
loolu nga wax ñi doon def gëstu bi.
That's what happened.
But you just told us that you did not hear.
waaye léegi nga ñu wax ne yow dégguloo ko. dafa fàtte.
Mr. Witness. You see, you want to say things without paying attention to the truth.
yow da ngaa wax te doo bàyyi xel li nga xam ne mooy dëgg bi.
Bombardier was the one there. That's what you're telling us.
loolu nga ñu wax.
That's what you're telling us.
loolu nga ñoo wax nii.
Answer?
Yes, sir.
tontu.
Yes, sir. But you told us that you did not know about that.
waaye dañ ñu wax ne xamuloo ci mbir mi dara.
Because
Yes, this right is which I did not say. Well, you told the investigators.
waaye ñii gëstu rek yaa leen ko wax de.
So you just wanted to change your story.
bon da nga bëgg a wécci rek li nga waxoon.
You cannot change because they wrote what you had said. So when you are telling us a different story, you wanted us to believe something that is different from what you told the investigators.
bon bu ñoo wax leneen lu uute ak li nga waxoon ñi doon def gëstu bi da nga bëggoon ñu gëm loolu.
No. We told you, don't lie.
wax nañ la ne bul fen.
I won't lie. So, what is the truth? Which group did it?
lan mooy digga bi nag ñan ñoo def rey bi.
That was Bombarder's team. So when you told us a moment ago that you did not know, that was not true.
I did
not see the paper.
The truth does not depend on whether it's in the paper or not.
Well, if you are about to forget, you look at the paper and recollect.
This forgetfulness was just convenient.
I don't deliberately forget. There are elderly people here and I'm not trying to dribble them.
Well, you were dribbling, you just got dispossessed.
Who can I dribble here? I can't dribble anyone here.
That is why you failed. The truth is, it was done by Bombardier and his team.
That is it.
Okay. So when you said you did not know, that was not true.
Well,
yes.
Quote again.
Hello.
I said yes.
Thank you very much. Mr. Witness, how do you feel that 39 plus 10, 49 West Africans were killed during that period by you and your colleagues?
Lo yek nak ci sa boppa gannaaw boo xamee ne ñeneen fukki nit ak juróom ñenent yoo xam ne ñu ngi bàyyee ko Afrique soo janta doonoon ay tukkikat rek yow yaak ay say ñoñ yéena leen rey loo yek ci sa yaram.
How do you feel?
Waaw ñoo solo ak goro ñoo rey man dara wala téye baar bi demal ni man dara wala téye baar demal.
It was Solo and the others who killed. I was just a bad driver. All I do is to hold the steering wheel and the drive, but I cannot extricate myself from the ground.
I would put it in military language. Are you among or you not?
I drove, but I did not fire my gun. No bullet was fired from my gun.
Were you among?
That is what I said. I took them there. I went on the patrol. That is what I said.
Were you among?
Yes, I was there.
I didn't say whether you were present. The question is, were you among?
I was among holding the steering wheel.
You guys participated in an operation to murder West African migrants.
True
or false? Just answer.
Yeah, true.
True.
And you acted under the order of Yaya Jammeh.
That's true.
And you, in fact, did some of the killings at his own backyard. Because
what you said is the truth, because it was carried out behind the park where Solo and the others did it.
And they were busy dancing and partying with the full knowledge that our West African brothers were being executed in cold blood, just right behind the party place.
That is a very crystal clear.
And Yaya Jammeh had full operational command of what was going on. And he was briefed immediately after the killings
gannaaw bu rëy bi amee ba pare dem nañ wax ko li nga xam ne moo xew.
Mission accomplished.
Wan ko ne li ñu santoon def nañ ko.
That's true. And he turned around and lied to the whole world that those killings were done by rogue elements of the army.
Moo dal di jóg waxaat àddina bi yépp ne rey yooyu de ñi nga xam ne ñoo ko def ay soldat lañ yoo xam ne ñoom dañ ko def rek seen coobare boppa.
How do you feel about all this?
Lii yépp nag yow loo yëg ci sa yaram.
Ana rechuden because guy the was in the mulanta ana rechukol.
Regretful for having been involved in this incident.
No, guy dañ ma dugal ci labulantan. They put me in trouble.
Yeah, the was a problem.
They put me in problem.
Parce que bente man ko rechu.
And up to date, I'm regretful.
So guy was since balani tikone limo on here.
If they had told me before we took off that this was what was going to happen,
Madam,
I wouldn't have gone.
But that is not true, Mr. Witness.
Waaye nag seede bi li nga wax noonu du dëgg.
That's true.
Did you need to be told the second time?
Ca ñaareelu yoon ba ndax waroon nañ laa waxaat ba tey ne lii moo xew gannaaw boo gisee la njëkkoon a xew ba pare.
So one time when na ñu jël Ghanaians.
On the second time, they did not tell me that we were going to pick up the Ghanaians.
You took the same route?
Waaw benn yoon bi ngeen jël.
Waaw jël the same route.
Yes, we took the same route.
They crossed Mandina Ba.
Romba nañ Mandina Ba.
We crossed.
They crossed Mandina Ba.
Romba nañ Mandina Ba.
Huh?
Yep.
And you knew that if it was a normal operation, they would not go beyond Mandina Ba.
Te xamoon ne su xewee ni mu daan war a xewee rek waru leen woon a romba Mandina Ba.
Okay.
Yes,
Correct?
indeed.
Correct?
Dëgg la.
Correct the one.
Yes, it's true. Proceed.
You went up to Birkama.
Ngeen dem ba egga Birkama.
Yes, we went up to Brikama.
And you knew that you were staying even further away.
Te xamoon nga ne yéen a ngi dem.
The same thing now.
It was when we got to Mandina that I knew that it was the same zone.
Why did you not get off the vehicle?
Lu tax wàcculoo moto bi.
You know, at the time it was an order, and at that time I was the only driver. The others could not drive.
Solo cannot drive?
Solo mënta dawal.
Solo can drive. Tumbo does not allow him to drive his vehicle.
Malik cannot drive?
Malik Jata mënta dawal moto.
Malik Jata Salamada ski tumbo mune ñoy yakar mo bu ñama tombi.
People said that Malik Jata and Salam Manjang are people who destroy vehicles.
Mr. Witness, the truth is you went along willingly.
Dëgg bi dëgg bi mooy yow da nga ànd ci mbiri ci sa coobare boppa.
Do you answer now?
I went, yes.
So you were among, you were part of it.
Kon bokk nga.
I would not escape.
Thank you very much.
Jërëjëf.
Now that you know that you would not escape,
Léegi comme ko xam nga ne doo doon rëcca.
you are as culpable as the other people who pulled the trigger.
Bon yow yaa ak ñi soxi bal bi yéen ñëpp a em.
You agree?
Ànd nga ci.
We are all guilty of murder.
Yéen ñëpp rey ngeen.
That's the truth, isn't it?
Loolu mooy dëgg bi ndax.
Yes.
What do you have to say to the commission and to the victims' families?
Léegi loo am nag pour wax commission bi ak ñi nga xam ne ñoom ngeen rey seeni mbokk noonu.
Lena mom ana may ñaan
One thing I appeal
ñu pour ñu jégal ma
for forgiveness,
parce que gaay dama dugal ci lo xamne man sax xamako
because I was put into something that I did not even know what it was about.
by victim and some family man leen ñaané pour ñu jégal.
And also I appeal to the families of the victims for forgiveness.
Loolu lay ñaan.
That is my appeal.
Mama sama ne ñoo ñi la ñu def.
If I knew that this was what they were about to do,
na du ma gis.
they wouldn't have seen me.
Waaye nag bente man ko rëccu because ñoom dem am na ay waajur.
Up to still, I'm regretting because those people too have parents.
Te sama waajur benn ñu toog a naxar.
And their parents are still suffering from the hurt of their demise. Whether I shot or just drove the vehicle, I cannot escape. That is why I appeal to the commission to forgive me.
Thank you. In your first appearance, we talked about the vehicle that came into collision with yours.
We have
the picture of a vehicle that was involved in a collision around the same area. Do you recognize this picture? Or the image in the picture? Would you tell us what it is?
Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes-Benz.
Have you seen this vehicle before?
This vehicle?
Have you ever seen this particular vehicle before?
Yes, I once saw this vehicle.
In what circumstances?
You mean whenever, any time I had an accident or not?
Where did you see this vehicle before?
Okay,
Yes.
No,
You're asking if I saw this vehicle before? No, I have not seen it.
Accident.
Where we had the accident was where I saw this vehicle.
Was this the vehicle that was involved in the accident with you, with your vehicle?
Well, I know that the particular vehicle was a Mercedes-Benz. I cannot recall the color, so I do not know. I cannot tell whether it was this one or not, but I know that it was a Mercedes-Benz.
Of this particular model? Could you answer again so that it could be interpreted?
Momla.
That is it.
What do you mean by Momla?
It's this vehicle.
This is the vehicle that was involved in the collision with your vehicle. Thank you very much. Another question. In your earlier testimony, you said that the accident, the collision, took place on the middle of the road. Did this vehicle appear to be on the middle of the road?
When there is an accident, after the police have done their measurements and are ready, they would have to remove the vehicles from the highway so that the traffic will flow. The vehicle was at the middle of the road. You will not carry out the measurements and then leave the vehicle on the highway. Then it means the traffic will not flow.
That is a fair answer. But the evidence seems to suggest that the accident or the collision took place on the side of the road and not on the middle of the road.
That is wrong and it's not true.
Okay.
It's not true. The accident happened at the middle of the road. It was the police that did their measurement. And after that, they would have to remove the vehicles from the highway.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chair, I have no further questions. I would just wish to put in the record three exhibits. The first is the sketch of the forest or the field where the first executions took place.
The 19.
The sketch of the place where the execution of the first 19 took place. That should be exhibit 210. I think should be 210.
Or 209.
I think we did have 209.
Okay.
But either way we can
verify.
Yes. And the second exhibit would be his sketch of the well vis-a-vis where his vehicle was located. And that should be 210A. And 210B should be the vehicle, the Mercedes-Benz blue that was involved in the collision with him when he was a driver in Yaya Jammeh's convoy. This is something he testified to in July.
Yeah.
But at the time of his testimony, we did not get the picture. But later, our investigations was able to yield the picture. So that's why we had to wait to at least admit the picture through him, since he was the one involved in the accident. So that's
How are we going to handle that between the two testimonies? One way of doing it is to make a copy of this and enter it in that one, but indicate in a short note that this was given on the 22nd of March, 2021.
Well, he has just given testimony about it.
Yes.
By identifying it as the vehicle that was involved in the accident with him, in the collision with him. So we can still put it as part of the. Of course, your observation is quite right. It being exhibit 210A, I mean, would raise questions considering that all other exhibits for his testimony on this particular issue would be exhibit maybe 160 something.
Sure.
But we just leave it as 210A, or rather 210B, and we would make a notation that it pertains to his earlier testimony about problems created by the convoy.
Sure.
Okay. And with that, I end my questioning of this witness. Thank you very much for answering my questions.
Thank you very much, my counsel, and thank you very much, Mr. Sillah, for coming to testify.
Jerejef counsel, jerejef Mr. Sillah, li nga ñëw pour joxe sa seede.
Just to make sure that we have it absolutely clear, you were witness to 39 murders.
Nañu leeral
Is that
mbir
correct?
rek yow fekkee nga rey boo xam ne def nañ ko fanweeri te juróom ñeneen ndax loolu la.
Yes, sir.
And can you just confirm those who pulled the trigger on these 39 victims?
Ndax dañu mën a wéralal leen ñan ñoo soxi bal yi ci kaw fanweer ak juróom ñeneent yooyu ñu rey.
Limi na solo be Malick Diatta.
Solo Bojang Malick Diatta.
Salam Manjang.
Salam Manjang.
Benn moto bi mo xamañu fa nekk.
I do not know who were in the other vehicle.
Waaye ñi mo wàcc nañ ci moto bi.
But these ones alighted from the vehicle.
Guys started fire guy.
And they started to fire on them.
You saw these 3 junglers on the command from Yaya Jammeh pull trigger and kill these 39 people. Is that correct?
Gis nga ñetti jongula yii yëpp ci ndigal Yaya Jammeh ñoom ñëpp nga gis seen jaxaral ku nekk soxi bal rey nit ñooñu noonu la.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You witnessed that.
Seede nga ko yow.
Witness what?
Fekkee nga ko.
No witness na lan.
You witnessed the killing, I'm just emphasizing the point.
Yeah,
You
no
witnessed the killing of these 39 captives by these 3 junglers, and you as accomplished driving them to the area of execution had seen this.
Dafa dëgëral rek ne yow ci sa bopp seede nga gis nga ak sa but rew bi nga xam ne rew nañ ko fanweer ak juróom ñeneenti nit yi te jamono boobu yow ci sa bopp yaa dawal moto bi yóbbu leen foofu.
That's true.
The first well was where the 19 were put in. Is that in Kanilai?
Teen bu njëkk bi nga xam ne fukk ak juróom ñeneenti njëkkaa rey ci teen boobu lañ leen sànni teen bi Kanilai la nekk.
The second well where the 20 were put in, where is that located?
ñaareelu teen bi nga xam ne ñaar fukki nit yaa ñu rey fa lañ leen sànni boobu teen bi fan la.
Bunubor.
Where is that?
mooy Bunubor.
So do I can very fast down
If you come into Kanilai towards the fire service, you go deep inside.
That well is not in Casamance, is it?
Teen boobu nekkul biir Casamance da.
I was bad idea because I'm not from Movement Highway be 20 no.
I do not know, but it's like from here to the turntable.
Would you be able to recognize the area where this well is located or was located?
Di nga mën a xàmmee teen yooyu fan la nekkoon.
No, sir.
No, sir.
You have no recollection whatsoever of this well.
Mënuloo fàttaliku dara ci mbiri teen boobu.
Because Malawan Roma 20 will be there. 20 sorry. That must be forced of them.
I'm not talking about the turntable which is close by here. I'm talking about the other one over there. And that was the first time going there. I do not know that area. I don't know that area.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. I turn to the commissioners on my left first. No, commissioners. Bishop, you have the floor, please. Yeah, I'll come to you.
Mr. LAMIN SILLAH.
LAMIN SILLAH, Bishop Mola laaj.
Yes.
Do you think, in your mind,
foog nga ne ndax ci sa xel
it is right to carry out unlawful orders?
ndax yoon la pour nga def ay mbir yoo xam ne àndut ak luwa ci ndigal yoo xam ne àndut ak luwa nga jëfee ko.
Correct, sir.
It's not correct.
That is not right, as according to you.
waaw kon wax nga ne loolu moom du yoon.
But what was it that motivated you people during that time to carry out unlawful orders?
Bon jamono boobu nag yéen lan moo leen dugal ci ngeen def ay ndigal yoo xam ne war na leen ne àndut ak luwa.
No, ko def man li ma wax rek man posé patron de ma wax après ma gis ma boss problème bi.
Just as I told you earlier on, the first day I was told that we were going on a patrol.
What does it look like?
Lan laa nuru.
A human being like yourself
Doom aadama ni yow.
being shot at
ñu jël ko fetel ko.
and take his life just like
jël
that.
bakkanam noonu rek.
That is not correct. Those who did it is not correct for them.
Thank you, Bishop. Imam Jallo, you have the floor.
Witness,
seede bi.
you insisted here that you did not take part in the shooting.
yaa ngi dëgëral rek ne yow bokkuloo ci fetel bi.
When you returned your guns, when you returned to the campus,
ba nga delloo ca campus ba ba delloo sa fetel bi.
did they count how many bullets you used or not?
ndax konte woon ne ñaata bal nga soxi wala déet.
Imam always mark so what is amore be confirm because marks am na from the indicate so mark rek de ko xam.
Usually when you are taking your rounds, they are usually counted from the armory.
Mag so no mag ni so
the magazine.
is counted, and when it is full, it indicates.
So we're going to get ball.
If you remove 3 bullets from the magazine, it will indicate. And the armorer will know.
Are you telling this commission that we can go back now and ask this very same question to your authorities?
Commission dem liñ la laaj ñi ñu laaj ko sa ay kilifa yi.
Dem len nga la bal su manqué du ñanangu.
Yes, you can go and ask, because when one bullet is missing, they never accept it.
Thank you. Commissioner Kinte, you have the floor, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Lamin Sillah.
Lamin Sillah, Commissioner Kinte and Lamin.
Okay. I'm not for how many layers.
There is one area which is not very clear to me.
Patrol be.
You said the patrol.
I'm now dengan ko high digante groupi.
That there were divisions of groups.
You neka kanilai. I'm now funwara M.
There were those in Kanilai who had their area of limitation. The others too, wherever they were, had their own area of theater of influence.
Why hadn't that name?
But you said again,
Santa patrol.
When you are being asked to go on a patrol,
they
will tell you how far you can go. Which of the two is it?
Okay, Commissioner Kinte, do you answer?
I have heard your statement, Commissioner Kinte.
Each unit has a boundary.
It was usually the case that each unit had its own boundary.
Why? For case me.
But on this particular case,
patrol.
Kumbul told me that you are going on a patrol. At the time, I was with my senior man in the vehicle.
Patrol.
And that was how we went on the patrol.
Patrol turned camouflage.
And the patrol turned into a camouflage.
Kanilai, Fanling M, Wara M, Sisen patrol.
Those from Kanilai, how far should they go in terms of their patrol? Up to Kalaji, as far as Mandinaba. Those in Yundum, they will end at Abuko, and they can also move up to Mandinaba. Why do they do this? Because when the patrol goes out, and it meets with another patrol, before you could recognize one another, there may possibly be a crossfire. And that is the reason why. My second question.
My Angel Ben Vision yon Bunjakabi, Bobu, the Lane Patrol, Nahala, Yobalela, Binko Doniek, Feka, Danakata Denga Munulo.
The first patrol, when you were going out, you were tricked into believing that this was a normal patrol. And before you were aware of the real mission, perhaps it was too late and you could not have escaped partaking in the mission at the time.
Why,
but on the second occasion, did they also just tell you that you were going for the normal patrol?
Commissioner Kinte, I'm going to say again, come day one, small one in my patrol, stuff like my Ghanaians in it.
If I told on the first day, they had told me that we were going to take care of this Ghanaian issue.
I'm going to
have been clear.
Then I
would have known what to do.
Why no go base?
But where they based it on,
now a patrol.
They will just say it's patrol.
Yes, so I'm so one patrol, don't want to bang.
And as a soldier, when you are told it's a patrol, you cannot refuse.
You go almost on daily routine, don't forget patrol.
Because that is our daily routine. You must go on patrols.
Wow, no, that means.
Bilawa, Angel Ben Bunjakabi, Hamna, Dinlana, Nila, the new patrol. Wow. Bengen Rumbasen Plus, if you remember M.
I'm talking about
Sabo Pachimbiri, Munulo Recha.
The second is the same thing. Because
even on the second occasion,
Manangis Manaba. the same people.
It was the same thing because it was...
Tumotama was so negative.
It was disguised in a patrol, and I found myself in Malinaba. And secondly, also, Tumbul Tamba was very negative.
What do you mean by Tumbul is so negative?
Tumotama. Tumotama.
For Tumbul Tamba to hit you or to shoot you is as just easy as drinking water for him.
Even the second guy,
even on the second occasion when they killed them at Buluntu, I quarreled with Solo, and Solo reported me to Tumbul.
That day,
he told me that day to pack my belongings and not spend the night in Kanilai. Do you see that?
So ñaarel bi mom yegon nga ne plan biñ ndefon jël ben bobu la ñoo topa way di nga ragalon ne Tumbulu defar na hari deret mun na la door wala rey la sa.
On the second occasion, you knew that the same plan they used in the first occasion was what they employed on this occasion. But because of fear of Tumbul, that he could either beat you or shoot you, what was what they did to the second group?
Bombarde seen team bi ñi def operation bori Tanje wala bori Ghana Town.
Bombarde's team that carried out that operation around Ghana Town.
Xam nga niñ la ko netale dafa leeroon wax nañ la fan la ñan la api nit nangam la.
The way the story was narrated to you was clear. They told you who were involved, where, and how many people were also involved.
Li ñu yegg mooy ñoom seen opération ñoom tamit du benn yoon ñaar wala ñetti yoon la ndax loolu yëpp am nga ci lu ñu la ci wax nga leeral ñu foofu noonu ñoom tamit naka lañ defee seen biir.
According to what we have heard is that they too carried about 2 or 3 operations on this side. Do you have any information on that?
Commissioner Kende.
Yeah.
This is an operation.
You see these people, their operation,
even if
you are not part of them, you would not know. In fact, for me, I heard it in the town because I am someone who moves in the town a lot. You see, they can carry out their operation. You come, sit with them, and brew attire. But they will never tell you that this was what we did. That was how it was.
So yow li nga xam ci ñoom mooy juróom-ñetti nit la juróom-ñeneenti nit la wala fukki nit la wala fukki nit ak juróom-ñeneent. ñaata nit nga yëg ne ñoom li nga dégg ci li nga dégg lañ rey.
How many people did you hear that they killed? Were they 8, 9, 10, 15?
Because I'm not the figure how much? I heard I'm not present. How much? I
heard they killed, and the people who were in Babajo's compound were taken away, but I do not know how many of them were killed.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nikinte. Senator Jones, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman.
Chairman.
Mr. Sillah, I would like to know,
Mr. Sillah, Commissioner Jones,
before the execution of the West African migrants,
have
you ever witnessed the killing of any individual?
I have never seen where someone was killed. That was the first day.
Okay, given that this was the first time you witnessed anyone being killed, and in this case there were several people and they were killed in the most gruesome of ways, can you tell the Commission what your state of mind was when you went back home later that evening?
No, because
I felt it a lot. I couldn't sleep.
Because for
them to just
catch them and kill them in that fashion. It was very appalling. And I'm feeling it up till date. Although I did not do the killing myself, but the driver and those who fired the shots are all in the same soup.
That being the case, and the fact that you've repeatedly told this commission that you were informed that you were going on a patrol.
Comme ni ko waxee rek te nga bañ ñe fii ci commission bi ne yow dañ la yëgaloon rek ne da ngeen a dem patrol.
That is true.
Did you ask any questions?
Am nga benn laajte boo xam ne ni def nga ko ci gannaaw loolu. When they called me
talking about after the execution, did you ask any questions, seeing as you said you were only informed that it was a patrol?
Ñu nga la laaj gannaaw boo xam ne ni def nañu rey yooyu ba pare te yow li ñu la yëgaloon rek moo nekk ne da ngeen a dem patrol maanaam dañ la nax ndax laajte wante woon nga ne lu tax loolu am. I asked so.
And what was his response?
I
asked him, what have these people done? These people that you have killed. But what he told me was that these were mercenaries. From his own mouth. That was what he told me.
And given Solo's response, do you think their killing was justified?
Because I knew that I could not understand the whole thing.
I'm just thinking, if I was in your position, Mr. Sillah, I don't think I would have been fit to go to work the next day. You were able. But you were able to go back to work.
Because I was in Caroline.
That's not what I'm getting at. The fact that you were fit to actually go back to work the following day and participate in other executions.
I
find it hard to reconcile what you're saying with how you. Sorry, I find it hard to reconcile what you're saying here at the commission today.
Did
you seek any therapy?
No, when that happened, I was not comfortable.
Sorry, I didn't get your response. I mean, did you seek therapy after witnessing the executions?
No, I locked myself inside my room. In those situations like that, who do you tell? Who would you trust to tell this to?
Well, people that actually have psychological trauma usually seek therapy. Thank you.
Thank you. Imam C, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Lamin. The one that escaped from the vehicle, where did you see him? I was standing by the door of the vehicle. And he alighted from the other side. He was running and I was watching him. He said that when he escaped, the vehicle was still running. That he jumped and fell on the ground. And the vehicle went along. You heard his noise. You stopped. And you took your torchlights and you tried to search him out. And he was hiding. That did not happen. That did not happen. Secondly, when they were killing those individuals, what were you doing? I was inside my vehicle. What were you doing in the vehicle? I was sitting inside my vehicle.
What was the distance between where they were being killed and where your vehicle was parked?
No,
The distance was not much.
Imam, just to help, he did say before that he was standing there, not sitting inside the house.
Thirdly, when you went home, when you got back to Kanilai, you swore, speak the truth. What were you given?
For Imam.
For that place, Imam, not even a truth did I get. Not even a truth. Umbo did not say anything to you? When I came from the patrol, until I handed over the keys, and I said to him good night, and he also replied good night, and that was the end of it. Not even a $1 was given to us. I'm talking about me. Also, there's a question you asked me about the guy, the boy you said he escaped while the vehicle was still moving. That did not happen. Because when Solo and the others got to where they were going to kill them in the bush, just as if the pickup was here, the boy alighted from the other side. He bent down and he was running. The time I was seeing him. Because when the vehicle was still moving, if he had fell off, at that time the road to Kanilai was just gravel. You would have suffered bruises from the impact on those stones. Then, as he was here testifying, we would have said that he fell and he suffered bruises. He did not say it was a gravel road. He said this was a bush path. The vehicle was parked. The vehicle was parked.
Thank you very much.
Chairman,
Mr. Sillah, if we can look at what has happened in 2 boxes of crime.
The
first box is the murder of the West African migrants.
That's the
points I want to ask additional questions about. The second box would not concern you at the moment. That's the one dealing with the cover-up of the crime. But since you are, you said a jungler, and you had witnessed the slaughter of 39 captives, we'll try and complete that list as much as possible.
We try of
those that are responsible. Your testimony dealt with 2 instances of murder, of execution. The first with 19 captives involved. And the second 20. You've already indicated that for that list, you have the Commander-in-Chief, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Yahya Jammeh, gave orders for the killing of these West African migrants. These junglers who carried out the murder, who carried out the executions, said were Solo Bojang, Michael Jatta, Malik Jatta, Sana Manjang, and you, as I indicated earlier, the accomplished driver. Are there any other junglers who were involved in the killing of those 39 migrants?
There was another vehicle. Junglers were in that vehicle, but I did not know who were there. It was midnight. I know those who were in my vehicle, but I did not know who were in the other vehicle.
The third vehicle junglers, did they participate also in the shooting?
All of them alighted.
Did they participate in the shooting?
All of them alighted and fired, and I was watching them.
So it was it was more than the three that you mentioned.
Each vehicle had 3 individuals, including the driver, making it 4. But I did not know who were the occupants of the vehicle. If you ask me who were in my vehicle, I can tell you, but I do not know who were in other vehicles.
Did all these junglers constitute a firing squad? Shooting at the same time?
Firing squad?
Sorry,
I did not understand the question.
Did they kill as a group?
Yes, because they were all brought down, all of them. Solo gave order. And Solo gave order.
But he still can't remember how many joined them, the Solo and Malik and Sana.
Legi mëno fatale ko ñaata la ñoo andon ak ñom di Malik ak Sana ak Solo.
No, be bena mari remember lolu.
You will not be able to completion of the list as much as possible. It's coming to the third killing that happened in Ghana town or in Brufut. You said you only heard about that. You weren't present, and you don't know the circumstances or the individuals who were with him Bombardier. But do you remember members of his team who were with him there, from what you heard?
The teli ray bi moy ñi nga xamné ni moy ñi nga Ghana town té yow nga ñol dang ko dégg ni rek ñuko wax wa ndaw yow mu nga fatale ko ni kuleli Bombardier bobu ñana fa nekkon.
No sir.
No sir.
Because junglers
because the junglers don't discuss with people who are outside of their group. To know them would be difficult.
But on my list, then you are saying that Yahya Jammeh, Solo Bojang, Malik Jatta, Sana Manjang, self in brackets as driver. As far as you know, these were the individuals who gave orders and carried out the execution of these West African migrants, the 39.
Ci limam bobu nga xamné ni mom la tuddu nga xamné boole na la ci sax nga xamné yow yaay driver bi.
Malik Jatta ñom jonglers yépp.
All the jonglers.
That day sugudi.
That day was a good night.
They went to Tumbul. I am a meeting at Tumbul.
We had a meeting with Tumbul.
I got Tumbul.
At the time, Tumbul had given me the key to my vehicle. Whatever he told them, I did not know.
And I'm going to say,
until I saw them come here, and pick up the Ghanaians. When we went to Kerala was when I knew that these people were going to be killed.
So, Counsel, in your contacts with the witness, did you get any additional names junglers who participated in carrying out Jammeh's orders?
No, the only addition to the list you read out is Tumbul Tamba, and he's added Tumbul to the list. But those are the only names he provided. But the other names we can get from other testimony.
Okay. Yes,
you will recall that Malik Jata and Ali Jeng testified about this, and Oya as well.
Indeed. So as far as thank you, witness, thank you, counsel. As far as you're concerned, you sound like you're a very different kind of jungler. Have you ever killed anybody?
Hey, Chairman.
I'm asking. No, go ahead.
No, Chairman, that has never happened.
Have you ever?
No.
No.
Have you tortured anybody?
Never killed a child.
Have you tortured anyone, any individual?
Chairman, do also here some smoke in my life.
I've never even fought in my life.
So you are only a very gentle driver, having murderers to the scene of executions.
So kon de ben dawalkat bu yewen gawon rek di yobbu ñi nga xamni ni ay reykal lañ ci fi ñoo ré.
Chairman, gisa man here, musma ko in my life.
Chairman, I've never fought in my life.
Even this carabas ne ko here are do some musma ko sir.
I've never
in my life.
beaten anyone in my life.
But did you hit individuals when you were driving in the presidential convoys?
Ndax door nga nit ci jamono bi nga xamé ni ya ngeen dawal president bi auto bi?
Ma door nit. No.
Hit.
Tampon.
Ndax tampon was nga tampon nit?
Mo tampon kay. Mo tampon.
You didn't tell me. Well,
mo tampon.
He was the one who hit me. It was not me.
Accidents are made. The same spot for police measurement bi. Mo do ne ko gën ci tali bi.
Because when an accident happens at a spot and the police come and carry out their measurements, they usually remove the vehicles from the scene.
Okay, Musa diga ne accident amna ni je measurement bay mo do ci tali bi. Bo naka mo do romba.
If an accident were to happen on the road and measurements were taken and the vehicles left there, how will the traffic flow? He was the one that hit me. First, he was drunk, and also he had drugs in his vehicle.
So the only stain on you as a jungler is in getting involved in accidents.
Li tilim ci yow rek ne comme jongla nga moy tampon accident bobu.
He was the one that hit me, and he was drunk at the time.
Never killed, not involved in accidents, never tortured. How did you get to stay in the junglers group for so long?
No, man,
nga mëna nekk ci kureli jonglo ci bir bu yag.
No, I'm not a jungler.
Après course, dama pan bok ma ñom operation.
I said I did the course. I did the course. But I never took part in any of the operations. And even many junglers were never part of that patrol team going out with those groups. Until that time when I was in Canada patrol, that was when I went on patrols.
And if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so.
I heard what you have said, Chairman. I want to thank you all. I will touch on the junglers for a little bit. The junglers that were in Kanilai, they were under Tumbul Tamba. Those in Banjul, they were directly under General Baji.
State House.
Any jungler you see get into the State House, is either he's gone there to collect fuel, or they have a meeting with General Baji. After that, they are going on their own businesses. The people that give them order, their leaders would know where they usually to got their orders from. But no jungler can tell you that he has once gone to Yaya Jammeh and gotten direct orders from him. That has never happened. If Yaya Jammeh is to give orders. Sorry,
Money.
I said, the junglers, no one has ever gotten into the state house. They have their commanders. Because all of them were directly under Solbaji. Those in Kanilai, they were directly under Tumbul. When Tumbul died, they became, they were under Solboyang. Yes. He will assign them when they go out on patrol and when to return. And I can tell you that. Apologizing to the commission on the issue of the Ghanaians. It is true, I am a driver. At the time I was on duties, and the problem happened. And I was told to go on patrol. I got inside, I cannot escape. Just as I said to you earlier on, I am seeking for forgiveness and also from the family of the victims. And what has happened has happened. Smile? If I killed someone,
if I am driving someone,
I said if at all I killed someone, you would have heard that here. Because my name is known by many people. Because lead counsel, maybe if he asks me and I want to refuse, we will have a prison pool. He will not agree. Which was why I said, as for killing, I have never done that in my entire life. And I am grateful to God for that. I'm done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sillah, for your testimony. We will resume our proceedings tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock sharp. Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned.
The pride we take in our brand, the work we put into constantly change the landscape and elevate real estate in the Gambia, it's compared to none. From inception, our goal was to add value to the beautiful Gambian landscape. That's why we are proud innovators of community estates. Kololi Sands is an exceptional piece of work, tailored for ultimate convenience and luxury.